occur to you all. Or other mini sessions, or we're just kind of focused literally on you all, and I didn't have much to throw at you all. I will say this one, there are some things that will be. We're gonna skip through the trip of. We're not gonna do day by day, but this is just what happens through the travel to Brexon. So I have a few things that will come at you, so just keep that in mind. If that's fine, because it's on the road and things are going to happen. There's things moving in the world that you all will run into, essentially. So some of these things will be brief, and some of them will actually like hone in on, if that makes sense. Is everybody good?
Yes.
Solid.
So previously on our adventures of the Wayfarers, that's new. You all have finished up your time in Arcad with a sickness between Wimp and Selny. You're down with the sickness. And you have decided where you all were going to go. You were already heading to Brexon, and you decided that might be the best course of action to get some immediate help. And with that, you all have gotten a journey. I will say, for the sake of brevity, you all have gotten some packages loaded up. Not too many, because there's 4 of you on this small wagon now, so you can't hold as much as you used to. And I'll say you have 2 gallons. I meant to tell you last session. You've got 2 gallons of the Wayfarer's brew that you all, the little spoons that you all have. So you have 2 gallons.
Oh, it's nasty.
So we can get shit faced.
Yeah. I'll pop that
On
in
the road.
Someone.
I got it.
Otherwise, you all will begin heading off. And like I said, we'll jump around through some of these scenes, if that's fine, just so we can hit a few things. But I don't have the exact days of travel that's going to take for you to get to Brexon. I gotta my new updated map, the rough version, probably be updated, like probably be on the Roll20 soon. But so I need to do some proper math. It's going to take like a week or more, though. It's quite the distance through the forest, so you'll be on the road for a while. And with that,
Yes, Milky.
oh, yep,
How do you spell Brexon? Brexon?
SON. Yep, I'll pop that.
Son.
Brexson.
Yep, Brexon.
Brex.
I popped it in campaign chat for you. So with that, at one point, you all begin to travel away from the town, heading further and further as the road. You were taking one of the more traveled roads for safety reasons. If you were to delve into more of this road heads directly to Brexon, so if you were to more on the winding paths that go further into the odd settlements in the forest, it would be quite more dangerous, and there would be a lot more things in your way. But luckily, you're on the well-traveled road with many signs throughout the trees, the golden beams coming down. The trees are now beginning, the ones that aren't evergreens, there are plenty of evergreens, but the ones that aren't are now shining a vibrant orange and yellow properly after being here for a little while. It is proper fall, especially on the east side of the Sleepkin. You head through you spend the majority of the day heading through the field that is from the Arcad forest into the proper Sleepkin. And you start getting into those winding paths with mud and dirt, knowing that probably soon the rain will come at some point in your trip. Already, whenever you all make pit stops, Stockman and Kavorin are already making sure everyone's tarps are up on their if they don't have roofs like you all. Because the closer you get to Brexon, Wimp will know the rain will come. But luckily you have some time. On one part, you all are stopped for a pit stop. You've stopped for a lunch during the day, probably the second day of travel. At one point, there's a campfire to the right. People are going back and forth. Fusted is making a quick meal, some sausages at the moment, and for anyone else is some salad wraps, essentially. Quick meal to rest the horses and get on the go. During this time, Missy's on watch. She walks by your all's group. You all are hanging at the back of the wagon. She gives you a flick of the hat. She carries forward. Stockman is up with Kavorin, looking at the map, making sure there's nothing in the way, while Gragam comes to you all. He's kind of walking. He has like a stick that he's just walking around. Gragam doesn't have much to do because he's not a heavy lifter. So on these breaks, he doesn't do much. Go around and make chatter. Gragam will kind of walk past you all, and as he does so, he sparks conversation for a moment. He'll basically say, He kind of avoids eye contact, just looking into the forest at the moment and just kicking some rocks with a stick. So, okay, that was a time.
Yeah, would you, scale of, 1 to 100, how would you say it went?
Well, first of all, it was the first day. It was about a 0 or negative because I really didn't want to go back there to that hellscape.
Mm.
He nudges a rock off into the ditch with his stick. After that, it kind of warmed up, and some people remembered me.
I mean, I told you they did.
Well, there was one I didn't even remember, but we won't talk about him. But Morva remembered me. It was good seeing the town for Harvest Knock. I ain't gonna go back for a long time though. I haven't been back in
Of course.
over 100 years. I'll give it another 100 before I go back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
You gotta space out your visits.
But he kind of looks at you now. It wasn't too bad. I guess I just wanted to come by to thank you all for forcing me to go back and face my fears.
Absolutely.
You basically
Well,
dragged me into that place. It's fine. I forget.
Kicking and screaming.
You owe me. You owe me.
Okay.
No
Um.
doubt, no doubt. But glad we could facilitate.
It was nice. He kind of stops, reaching back into his left pocket that's kind of faced away from you all. And he says, "You know, when I first left there when I was young, I left with my best friend, and bless you, and obviously he didn't come back with me because he ain't around no more, and I didn't want to go back without him. But after seeing everybody, it almost feels like I went back for him now." Quit your whining, and he pulls out this this kind of it's like a triangle shaped thing wrapped in parchment. He just kind of sits it down on the back of your wagon. We gotta get going in a minute. Quit lazing around. Keep a
How did
lookout,
those-
damn it.
How did those birds take the pie?
They ate it all. That's why I gave you all the
Wow.
rest right there. I snagged
Oh, okay.
some.
Oh, okay.
I hate it.
But the
Anyway.
birds liked it at least.
They liked it. They
All right.
He wipes one corner of his eye and walks away.
Well, keep an eye
notice-
out.
On the back of your wagon is a wrapped up 2 slices of pumpkin pie that he had brought.
Stop
He
making
just-
me like fucking characters. God damn it.
And he walks back. Feel free to interrupt me, but I'm just going to skip around. Just from little hone-in moments. Couple days pass on your travels. What does the wagon order? Stockman also has sway in how it would go, but how would you all like the wagons to go in?
I assume we like second or something, just because even though we're not on a mission, I would assume that towards the
We're more
front
mobile.
with the security, and then Missy is toward back a little so that they could have security.
Okay, cool. Stockman's probably leading. And Graham's thrown in there probably between you all and everyone else kind of back behind.
Oscar's all over the place. He's never on a wagon. But he's in and out and chains to everyone and foraging and blah, 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 like a child.
Gotcha. When you all go down to rest, do you all stay in the wagon? I know you all have a little pop-out roof that you all can put a tent under. Who sleeps where?
Sylvie's probably gonna be in the wagon.
And Oscar sleeps outside.
Yeah, you'll sleep under the little roof thingy. Everybody
In front
else?
of the door, like a
I'll
dog.
probably be in the wagon as well.
Okay.
I think it
Nope.
would depend on the weather. Nice weather, probably outside again often.
Gotcha.
Whether it's bag under the
Gotcha. That's how Missy is as well. Everyone else stays in their wagon except Missy, who always sets up a tent far kind of away a little bit. And that's where she will sit and watch until late at the night. But if it rains, which it hasn't yet, you both will know that she usually goes into Stockman's wagon.
Yeah.
But so far. couple days pass. There's at one point where all the wagons stop, one after another, as something has stopped ahead. And you hear from up top, Missy is riding her horse back, and she calls back, Cassian, one of y'all might want to go with her too. And she kind of rears her horse back, waiting for you all. Kelsian will get off her wagon, because it's near the back. She'll hop Kelsian on the back of her horse. She'll motion for whoever would like to come with.
Yeah, I would young queen. Anyone wanted to come,
You quickly unlatch Queen Hornet and hop on. Anybody hopping on Queen Hornet?
Yeah.
No, but Oscar will run alongside
Okay.
him.
Okay.
As,
Dylan?
as soon as everybody starts going, I'm just gonna be like, well, I mean, now there's gonna be nobody left on the wagon, so I guess I'll stay here. And I'm just gonna like adjust the reins and sit back a little bit.
Okay. You all ride forward. You all are not too far from the front, so you just go a little bit, and you already see Stockman is up, and you actually see something that Oscar, you don't really know. You haven't really seen before. Silny, you've only kind of heard of them. While you two have seen it, he has his spyglass out, essentially, which are quite rare and expensive because they are intricate to make. As he has it out, with Cody sitting on the side of him up here, and looking ahead down the road just a little bit, coming around the corner, a little bit closer, but heading across the road, you actually see a large owlbear, large, kind of gray to a purple tint feathers. Beaked nose, owl face, but the rest of it is a feathered bear body, essentially. Large. Just coming forward. It gets out into the road. It seems to have been eating some grass, and some of it falls from its maw down to the ground. It's a little bit ahead. But you look, and Kelsey and Missy, who are next to you on the horse, you can see why Missy brought Kelsey and was just, what do we do here? And Kelsey just says to you all up here, should be fine, it's just one. Should be passing. Oh, never mind. And at that point, you see, coming up behind it, two small ones. About the size of Cody, maybe a little bigger. But two baby owlbear, two cubs, coming.
Goes, aw, oh.
Kelsey
Um,
says,
little
that's
baby, and then,
the
oh, shit.
worry about. Yeah, don't make any noise.
Speak to Beast and Leaf, and Oscar will take a few steps forward and just get down on one knee.
I would say, go ahead and make me real quick a nature or survival check.
Or animal handling?
Nope, not for this. I actually have I printed out a list of different types of creatures and what checks to make for them today.
Right. 13.
Nice.
13, you would know owlbears are not animals. They are monsters. They are considered monstrosity type.
Not a beast.
Not a beast. That's also why animal handling is
Well, he doesn't know that. Does he know that?
That's
Have
what the
you
check.
seen an owlbear
That's,
before?
oh yeah, owlbears
That's
are
what the
fairly
check is.
common. They're fairly
Right.
common. Yeah, they're not rare. You could still try to work with it. It just won't understand you. They're a different species.
Would the owlbears eat?
Kelson says, a lot of meat. They eat a lot of meat.
Eat a lot of us.
At this point, the two cubs, the one kind of jumps up onto the other's back and knocks it over. And the father out there just kind of comes back and growls, and they hop back up. Coming out of the bushes, you hear a large and an even bigger owlbear. It's the mother is hopping up from behind.
Mama.
Did they see us?
At the moment, you see, because you've stepped just a few feet ahead, you all do see the father does clock you all. It looks to the right. It's crossing the road, and it's a quite a distance away. It's more than 30 feet. It does turn and look at you all, but it keeps walking. They don't seem to
Oscar
be
sits
coming.
on the road because resigns himself to the fact that they are going to do what they do, and we will wait at a safe distance so that they can see us respectfully, letting them do the thing.
There's a point where one of the cubs starts coming towards you all, and then the mother kind of walks forward and just scoops it and knocks it to the left, and it tumbles, but it stands back up. The mother now looks at you all and gives out a low growl from this distance. That's almost bird-like. Strange enough, if that's in there.
Oscar waves.
You wave. Even Kelsian will see that and wave as well. And they form their line back and cross the road, heading north. Into the trees, you see them go up the bank, basically up into the forest, and out of sight. And after a moment,
He'll turn around really excited and go, that was magnificent, wasn't it? Just terrific. Yeah, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
He nod like not comfy. Like, yeah, it's great. Oh fuck.
Uh-huh.
Kelsian says, they'll usually leave you alone unless they're really hungry and desperate or you disturb them. But they're just on their way. And
I'm
here's
continually delighted at your extensive knowledge of animals, Miss Kelsian. It's so impressive. Really appreciate it.
I know the basics of the more common ones. There are some
Common
strange
ones
things out
like
there, though.
owlbears and wyverns and things. It's terrific.
Thanks. She does not.
Hey,
Thank you.
look at this fern over here.
Yeah.
Fucking fern.
Start picking some more plants. And by the end of this trip, you will probably have foraged some. Go ahead and give me just a basic survival check to see what you'll find. But when we get on Wednesday, I will have supplied you with a list of things that you'll find.
15.
15, not bad. I'll note that down. Over the period, you will find things.
Turn around and walk back. Fucking Hornet and Silney. And look at fucking Dylan. And it's like, it was this ugly ass wild owl bear.
You do see it from the
Don't-
distance. Like, since just around the corner, you see it in the distance. You saw it barely happening.
Don't people eat those
Yep.
for holidays? Like owlbear haunches, you know?
You would look horrified.
I've never tried it.
I never will.
Me neither.
Well,
What do you think it tastes like? More like gamey, or like would it be
I'm
more?
assuming gamey.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm down with that though.
Do you think they have hollow bones? Like birds?
That is
Oh, that's such a good question. I have no
how.
idea.
Huh? They seem pretty strong, so I don't know.
Mm.
All right. You all get back up onto the wagons and continue.
I was going to stay at the front.
At the front of the caravan?
Yeah, and gets his steps in. And he's like side to side all over the place in front of all of the wagons.
I like
God
It's like
damn it.
having the time of his fucking life.
I like it. I like it. At a certain point, you will find, just walking along, you will find essentially an old scimitar that has been covered in mud. You barely saw it except for the glint of a golden beam coming through the leaves down, and that's what caught your eye. But you're able to see it. It's on the side of the road. Looks like it had fallen off a wagon probably, and it's been caked into the mud for a while. If you want to take it or just see it.
Me?
Yep, that's what you'll find once you're out on foot. Otherwise, it'll rest there.
I will definitely pick it up. Pick it up. So it's fascinating. And he'll sort of stand looking at it and brushing the dirt off as the first stockman's wagon passes him and our wagon comes up. And he'll hold it up to Wim and say, "Do you suspect what the story is behind this thing? Tell me a story." And he'll hand the scimitar.
You see it's quite
Why
rusted.
is it-
It's a curved blade.
Why is it on the road?
Wimp would take it and look at it. Is there any like identifying marks, or is it just like basic?
You wipe from the mud more, and it doesn't seem to be any identifying marks. It's a very basic silver-handled, metal-handled scimitar, very rusted at this point. The handle and the blade.
My first thought is somebody saw the owlbear and thought they were bigger than it.
Oh, it belonged to Albert Food. Very good, Mr. Wimper. Miss Dillon, why is the scimitar here?
Somebody was traveling to see family, and they were very clumsy.
Right, nice. I like that. Miss Silney?
I mean, a scimitar on its own in the middle of the road. It's probably cursed.
Oh, that's good.
That's
Mm.
really, yeah, I like that. I think that.
Are you enjoying that whimper?
A young lad was chasing a carriage that had his beloved and her family in it, and they were trying to get her away from where they lived because they didn't want her to marry him, and he was carrying gifts for all of them, and he realized that he couldn't get the speed by carrying all of the gifts and the scimitar, and he threw it on the ground to give himself some room to pursue them. He never caught them though. He remained single and lonely. And then he gets really sad about it and walks back to the front.
Nice. What do you do with the scimitar?
Oh, I keep it. You bet your ass I'm keeping that cursed ass scimitar. Oh yeah, we're in.
Nice. Going at it. All right. Throughout the journey overall, you will find a lot of travelers will pass through, some passing this way, leaving Brexton, some passing this and heading towards the city or to other settlements. You actually don't pass too many signs. There's a few signs that you'll see, but most of them are like Arakat and Brixton, and one says Sullen Bank. But otherwise, not many signs. But a few travelers will come and pass, but none of them really stick with you too long. You'll notice that Cascade, whenever they pass Cascade, you always hear the shout because he's at the back of the caravan. Cascade's like, "Hey, wait, hold on. Would you like some tea?" And he will start his pitch of making a few sales, and he actually will make a few sales during this. But they always catch him. Yeah, there's several travelers heading to and from every now and then. One night in particular, it gets around right before sunset. It's a few hours, right, probably an hour before you start making camp and making part on the road, when you hear low thunder in the distance. The golden beams that are usually shining through off the golden leaves are now gloom. Gray skies overhead through the leaves. The thunder is beginning in the distance. And already you hear calling out, basically kind of procedure. Stockman will say from the front, one of you says it from the back, and it just continues on. We're going to have to find a spot soon, as you all relay that. Only moments after the wagon starts again, the rain starts. A familiar feeling for you, Wimp, and a thought crosses your mind, Wimp, of how long until it ends this time? Because the rain here can go 4 days.
Yeah, you would definitely look up, start chuckling, say, I hope that y'all did not enjoy the fun.
I mean, I did.
He would chuckle and he's like, you're going to have a bad few.
Okay. Weeks?
Shrug. Say, in this place.
Busy myself, like, setting up the canvas, covering the back.
Yeah. Tying it up, making sure it's all secure. You hear the onto the pitter patter onto the tarps and in the separate roofs. You hear that along with the hooves going along in the mud. You realize now why these places are so muddy. It rains every few days and sometimes doesn't stop. On this particular night, the thunder becomes quite loud. It is storming. You all manage to get to a spot easily enough, parked on the road, and during this, everyone's parked, and the rain is so loud. At this point, Kavoran and Stockman both will come. You have like your lanterns out. Probably at this point, those of you who wish to sleep inside and not get rained on will. And the wagon, even with more than two, the wagon gets cramped. Especially since you have a little bit of valuables back here. You'll actually hear like a knock on your wagon, and holding the lantern out in the rain is Kavoran and Stockman, both wearing heavy coats and hats as the rain just fills off of them as they're coming around to check on everyone to make sure everyone's got some shelter, make sure all their belongings are sealed. But otherwise, they check everybody, ask how you're doing, and continue on. You'll actually see Missy will walk by and through the rain shout, "It's clear for now. I don't feel like being out in this, though." And she will go up a wagon ahead of you all. You hear Stockman's door open up as she heads inside too.
Yeah, as soon as it happens, I'd be like... It's gonna be a long week.
Does anybody sleep outside in the rain?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
All right.
They're together
outside.
secretly.
We're 100%. They are together. This is an excuse to
It's raining.
Okay.
Throughout the night, Since you're in a tent, Oscar, probably. Are you in a tent or are you just out in the elements?
Top.
Like the one that's on the side of the wagon that kind of
Yeah,
comes over
but
like an RV?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe somewhat beneath the one that's outside the thing, but or extending it beyond, slightly beyond, so it's between some trees.
Nice.
He's loving it.
I like it.
Loves being out in the rain. And
I like it.
Just so I know roughly, what rough date would you?
I open my calendar because I do not know because I don't know exactly how long
We'd
it's gonna...
be not in Buchast anymore,
why
wouldn't we?
is that important?
No.
No,
Her?
just let me know if we're gonna hit the 17th of week.
No, we'll get there before
Cool.
then. We'll get there before
We're
then.
fine. No worries.
We'll probably
Why?
we'll probably get there max 14th. But right now it's probably like the 3rd of Uwick. Probably it's just been a few days. Probably.
Hell yeah.
I gotcha. During this night, what has been a calm journey, the thunder makes it hard to sleep for some of you. And almost as if you can't tell if it's just happening by happenstance or if it's the lightning recalling bad memories of dreams. You two have another, not a dream, but just the sickness begins to creep back on. Hunger, just like it did every now and then in Aracad, you both feel bad. But by morning time, you'll be fine. It just has to go through again. No dreams. But you do hear the lightning, and you almost can both see the lightning being purple.
The moment that hold on. Does that recall, I guess, any memory of where when we were up?
It could.
Yeah, Wimp is definitely not sleeping that fucking night. And the moment he hungry, jump out of the wagon and go try to hang out with Oscar, getting fucking drenched.
Yeah, you go down there and you see Oscar, who's sleeping at the moment, and the water level's already like up halfway up his body at the moment. Like you almost worry this guy's gonna drown because it's like mud and water is just flowing over him. His lower legs it's just a creek over him now, but his head's out of the water at the moment. Little mud pillow that's formed.
He's fine as well. He's doing Disney cartoon snoring.
Yeah.
Like, God, I hope I'm like you at that age. Like, God damn.
You see a little red salamander flow down, stop, and then just rest on his knee and go to sleep.
Oh my
Druid shit.
Why? Fucking druids are weird as shit.
It just happened to be washing down and curls up on his knee and sleeps. You plop yourself down in the little under the tarp next to him. It's cold.
Ilmi is going to go out and just remove herself from everybody because she knows that, like, besides Wimp, she hurts everybody around her whenever she gets better. So she's gonna take a moment to just go out and walk and just fucking has no trench coat or anything, just fucking soaked.
Yep, going to take a walk.
Did not plan for Brexon.
Yep. You all need more clothing. You all need raincoats when we get there.
Listen, I got new clothing already.
Yeah. After a while, the feeling of sickness begins to subside. And you all can try to get some sleep. Otherwise, the night goes without problems. A couple of days later, 1 or 2 days later, the rain has not let up, by the way. It just continues to pour. And you aren't even towards Brexit yet. You're still making your way through the Sleepkin. But a lot of rain, it makes it harder on the roads. It makes it harder to, when you all stop for breaks, to slosh through the muddy roads. Sometimes the water levels going from one bank to the other causes a little bit of rise. But days go by fine. You all get to another rest. At this point, the wagons are kind of situated. At this point, you all find that there's a little bit of a hill next to you all with some rocks that kind of go up. There's trees everywhere. It's hard to find nooks, but you all find some nooks just off the road, situated next to the mountains and beside the trees. You all have to split up on this one, as you occasionally do. So it's like Stockman and you and Gragum on the right side of the road, and Fusted and probably Cascade and Kavorin and Kelsian on the left side of the road, all situated into whatever spots you all can get. It's a very worry that you all are going to get stuck. So as you all get down for the night during these rainy nights and it gets muddier and muddier, you all stick sticks under your under your wagon wheels in preparation, sticks and rocks and cloth, so that if you need to get out, you have some leverage. This is a common occurrence.
What day did you say that we would get there?
I don't know for sure. It'll probably be before, like, the 17th.
What about the 10th?
It'll probably be after the 10th. Why?
Okay, because I have something on the 10th.
Okay. Well, let's go back and do that because we're already after that. So, what do you want to do?
Okay. On the 10th, it's just Dylan would seem a little like sadder that day. And then if anybody were to ask, she'd just kind of explain that that's the day she lost her mom. It's been 30 years since her mom died.
Oh,
Quiet day.
Wim would probably like that night, not around the campfire, because fuck that fucking, like around like a tiny little candle. Would say, would ask like for good stories about her.
Doesn't really have any. She
was
would
like
just
5 or 4 at that time, right?
Yeah, she was 5. She would just like explain like feelings and like general things that people have said about her mom.
What did your mom do?
Oh, what do you mean? What does she do, like job wise?
Job wise, yeah, I suppose.
She liked gardening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was really one for gardening. Gardening and
From her
cooking.
father. Oh, and both her mother and father.
I never met them. They died while she was young.
Hmm.
What was her name?
Elise Amplin.
Do you want to do anything to celebrate her?
I pray on my own, and then I like pull out my coin and I'll be like, oh, I'll pray for some luck. Send it her way.
Well, then good luck with that.
Thank you.
Probably during that time, if you're doing your usual prayer method, they will all glow vibrantly once again, just like in the dungeon when you prayed.
Mm-hmm.
They all spark up, and then for 1 second, all different colors. A rainbow of flames around your candles, and they go out. Anything else for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Resuming back on that rainy night, a little bit after that, the thunder is loud, but you've had a few days of this so far, maybe 3 days of thundering. Are you all getting your normal rest? Gotcha.
Yep.
Thunder goes on. You all are back in your normal positions, trying to get some sleep. And let me read something real quick.
Also, as a note, throughout this whole journey, Selmy has been at least a little bit toasted, has been using the alcohol from the cask.
Right. Probably to help with your arm as well, because it is getting painful as well.
Yep.
You've gone
The
weeks
weather is
now.
affecting it and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Are
like
you
throughout it.
grouchy? Are you grouchy because of it? Would we notice? Would Oscar notice? Are you out of sorts?
Like, not grouchy, but definitely like there's a little bit of a little, not a lisp, but a little slur every time like she speaks and stuff, just a little bit.
Every time in like the next day when you have another, there would clearly be like a point where like Whimper wants to say something and then doesn't. And he's like, not my place right now. But has to like walk it off, like father walk it off away from you.
Yeah. Are you going through the Wayfarer's brew?
Wayfarers, because I know that that's gonna be a lot, and I only need a little.
Yeah, it's nasty, but it definitely does the job. During this night, you all have gone to sleep. None of you on watch. You know they're usually Missy.
I was
We'll
just
keep
about to say,
watch. But during this time, I will say Dylan and Oscar, with your passive perceptions, at a certain point, you begin to stir. Just barely. The thunder and rain is loud. You begin to hear conversation. Raised voices of talking. It is you probably hear Missy says, "You can come back in the morning, but right now, all these folks are getting some rest. Come on back. Not until then." And you hear a lower voice, a masculine voice talking throughout the rain, some distance away from her. You hear, "We just need some help, that's all. Wagon's broken down a few miles up ahead. We need some lanterns. Nothing else. We just need at least to borrow some light. You don't even have to come with us. We just need to borrow some lanterns so we can see to fix our wheel. Barely saw it coming down here. There's no moonlight tonight." You can hear Missy say, "I understand that. It's not our problem right now. If you want to go back to your wagon and wait, we'll help you in the morning."
I'm
Not
gonna
right
crawl
now.
out.
Okay.
After sitting and listening to this for a minute, I'm gonna crawl out holding 2 torches, and I'm gonna.
You light them when you
No,
hop out the wagon.
I'm
and
just
light
gonna
them?
hold them.
Oh, just gonna hold them.
Yeah.
Nothing either. Are you stepping out out of the wagon? Because you step
Yeah.
out the back, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with. I'm outside anyway, but
Yeah. So you're just
I'll
they're on the
stare,
other
but-
side of the wagon, so you're coming
Yeah.
around. You find Dylan hopping out the back, and you're holding them. And as you all come into view, you see this gentleman. He has kind of paler skin. He has a little bit of a mess of hair. He has a cap on his head. He has currently scimitars. He has one scimitar on his side, and he has several daggers along his belt. He looks like like he would be maybe a mercenary or a guardsman or something like that. You see him here, and he's here like trying to keep the rain out of his eyes. And you actually see between your all's wagon is Gragham's and then Stockman's, and Missy's on top of Stockman's wagon, and she's standing up, and she has her crossbow kind of aimed down. And this guy says, he kind of looks over and says, "Hello? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you all."
It's fine. You need light. I have 2 torches.
"If you wouldn't mind, wagons. We just need light to fix our wheels. It's pitch
Yeah,
black
you
up
can
there."
just take them and go.
All right. He walks forward. He says, as he's walking, he starts taking them. "What are you guys doing out here?" You do see that there's a couple lanterns lit on people's wagons, lighting just this little road here.
Traveling.
Y'all heading to Brexton?
That's where the road leads.
That is where it leads. I didn't mean to bother you. He looks back
No,
to Oscar.
you're fine. It's just being out here in the night. It's worrisome.
It's alarming. That's why I brought these, but didn't want to bring them out. I didn't want to scare you all. Pretty scary coming out in the night, though.
Hmm.
So how many of you are here?
But you got
Hopefully-
your torches, so why don't you?
Yeah, hopefully you're able to fix your wagons, and if you're unable, just sit tight there, and we'll help you in daylight.
Well, we definitely can. Thank you for this. He quickly takes the torches and puts them under his coat, keep them dry. He takes a few steps back. He says, he turns for a minute. "Y'all come from Arcad?" You hear Missy immediately say, "Why don't you get back up on the road?" He says, "Y'all come from Arcad."
No, we're coming from Aerith.
Make a deception check.
Natural 20.
Holy shit!
All right. You're heading a weird way.
Yeah,
saying, if
we
we
got
want
some
in the
packages
morning-
to deliver along the way. That's all.
Ferric Emissary. The reason I asked, I was wondering if you all were merchants, because if in the morning we're still on the same road, then we might be looking to buy some stuff.
We have some tea.
Maybe we just will. Thank you for the
All right.
torches.
Cheerio.
Have a nice night.
Cheerio. Keeps going up the road. Missy keeps an eye out, but you all watch him leave the torchlight. That's the area. And he goes. What do you all do?
Miss Dillon, do you want to take a short stroll and quietly check that this fellow continues on the way that he said he was?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Alright, you all walking up the road?
Oscar will put his hand on Dylan's shoulder and cast Pass Without a Trace
Okay.
on the both of us.
Gotcha.
That's 10.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check, as if you all are heading up the road.
26.
Nice. You all walk. You get to the edge of the torchlight, and you just see blackness ahead of you. You see no. You can make a perception check, but at the moment you don't see him. Make it with disadvantage because it is dim light out here.
Can we? Would it still be disadvantage even if I cast night vision?
If you do that beforehand, yeah.
It's still
spell is that?
disadvantage for me.
It's for you. Basically, what that means is dark vision. If you were looking past the torchlight, even with dark vision, pitch black becomes dim.
Yeah.
And dim becomes bright, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for you, since you can see farther with dark vision, you will be able to see out into the torchlight easily.
Mhm.
But looking into pitch black, it's still dim light.
Mm.
Basically,
Okay.
they become a 1-up. Pitch
I
black.
got
and
an
dark-
11.
We don't have torches though because we're being super stealthy.
Yeah, if you all are leaving the torchlight, it'll become pitch black for anybody who doesn't have dark vision.
Okay, so what I will do is I will just give me a sec. Sorry, I've just got to figure something out. I'll touch Dylan and cast dark vision and give Dylan dark vision for 60.
She already has dark vision.
I already have it.
Oh, does
She's
she?
a gnome.
Oh, right. Perfect. Okay. Well, what I will do is
And the lightning every few seconds does help. Like, you'll get a few moments every now and then. What are you going to do? We're in a time.
I had an animal in my list that had dark vision.
An owl.
I can't do flying ones yet.
Oh.
Some rodent, like what would have dark vision? Ethan?
What, a cat?
Cat would.
Cats, I believe, do.
Cat.
Yep.
Cat. Okay, so Oscar will wild shape into a cat and sit around Dylan's neck.
Hops up.
It's like a really rangy, like scruffy looking tabby. There's nothing pretty about it.
Okay. Both of you with your dark vision start creeping up into the woods. Go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage. Because you are leaving the torchlight, so it's pitch black, which now becomes dim light for you all. So it's still disadvantage, but at least you can see.
Got an 11.
24.
Is that with disadvantage?
Oh, no.
Yeah, with disadvantage because it's dim light.
19 with disadvantage.
There is a moment where you get down past the wagons and into the darkness, away from the torchlight, and you just barely for a moment see a boot climbing up onto, basically up into a tree. You hear moving as you just saw the boot head up and to the right.
I don't see that, do I?
You both see that.
Okay.
And we're still undetected, right? We're super stealth mode.
You think so.
What did you roll on stealth?
14.
Was that with the plus 10?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I rolled a 4.
You think you're stealthy.
All right, so Oscar will zip back up to Dylan's shoulder and say, in his cat voice, just stay back a little bit. I'm going to go and have a look. Or did you want to go get Mr. Wimper and Miss Silney?
can't understand him, can I?
Nope. You
Yeah.
just hear.
Oh, can you not?
Remember, the frog. You can't talk
Yeah,
when in wild
never
shape. You just hear.
All right, so we'll get right up in her face and put a paw.
I'm just gonna be like,
And we'll wait
stop.
until you give the
Okay.
cat a high five. And he'll skitter down as a cat.
I'm just
And
gonna.
we'll circle the tree, looking up. As a cat, can he see?
Make another perception check with disadvantage.
24.
Holy shit!
God damn.
No sign of the man.
Can I see anything else up in the tree though? Like, is there a platform or is there a?
Nothing. You do see one maybe snapped small branch, but otherwise nothing. You do see that it is next to a pile of rocks that head up the hill as well. But otherwise, this tree is empty except for one snapped little twig. No sign of the man.
He'll start to climb.
Okay. Start climbing up the tree. You
Really
climb up.
slowly though, like
Make a
continually.
stealth check.
$21.
You feel an arrow pierce through from the rocks looking overhead and stick into you. Sorry, not an arrow, a dagger gets whipped at you. And you will take 6 piercing damage. So whatever the cat is, it's probably 1 hit point. So you will take 5 damage as Oscar. I need you to make me a dex saving throw as you begin to turn into Oscar in the tree. Luckily, the DC's not too high because there's plenty of branches, but make sure you don't fall all the way down. This guy rolled a nat 20 on stealth.
Oh, holy
That's why.
shit.
He shouldn't have been hidden, but he 18.
Was.
You do not fall out of the tree. You hold yourself as you turn back into Oscar. And you look up just to see, just barely, something moving. Just a streak of lightning. You see a hand coming back over the rocks and begin to leave. At this moment, you both begin to stir. And this is the same time. You both are beginning to stir. As you hear movement, you hear something fall out of a wagon into the mud. You hear the horses move, just making some noise. You begin to hear Kelsian's voice. No, please, no.
Oh yeah, no. Nah, fucking out of the goddamn wagon, barely fucking, and rushing the fuck over.
We're gonna roll initiative for everybody, because both of you are beginning to come out.
Would I have seen any of that?
You all are down the road a bit.
Well, I stopped at the edge of the torchlight.
Oh, if that's the case, then you wouldn't have seen the guy.
No, I didn't. I didn't see the guy.
Okay, then you wouldn't have seen.
Well, I stopped at the edge of the torchlight, and you said I might have seen a foot. So that's what I was asking: is did I see it too?
Then
and then
no,
I did not go up the tree.
Oscar is 25 feet plus. Ahead.
Yeah.
So you're back here. Make a perception check. Normal, because torchlight.
That's 24.
24. You will begin to hear things happening back. Can you all see the map?
Yes.
If you all want to, you all might be able to move yourselves.
I can, yeah.
So with this, we're gonna have to do a little bit of non-metagaming here because a lot of this is in darkness, except for this area. So something like the hills and whatnot are darkness, but you get flashes of the lightning essentially. And plus, it's also elevated. So if there's anything up there, or if you go up there, you know. But right now, you all can see the road and around the wagons. And Oscar and Dylan, you guys will be down here. You all are off the map a little bit. It was this tree. It was the tree next to this tree. And the guy seems to have been climbing up onto these rocks. So you're a little past the map. Except for you, Dylan, who would be right here.
Mm-hmm.
And did I crawl out of the wagon, or will that be on my turn, just so I don't move myself?
That'll be on your turn at the moment. Because this is just hearing it, and you both are starting to wake and beginning to grab your gear. Here's something of note. I just realized. You all might not be wearing armor.
Oh no.
If you sleep in your armor, you get exhaustion. So you all probably don't have your armor on. I don't think anybody would have time. It takes 10 minutes to don armor.
Yeah, nah.
I did not think about that. So I need to note that for everyone else too. It is currently, you all hear noise coming from Kelsey and Cavorn's wagon. Dylan, you will actually see, you see no sign of Cavorn. I'm just gonna drag everyone right here if they're not visible, basically.
Mhm.
Everyone else is in their wagons, not visible either. But Kelsian, you won't be able to see her either. You just hear it.
Mhm.
That's all I'll say. And for this,
Do I see anything?
you do not
Like
see
anybody?
What would you get on perception?
24.
24. You will see bits of this tree right here,
Uh-huh.
branches swaying. That's what you'll see. That's it. 30 to 20.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I'm gonna go grab the actual dice.
No worries. All right, so for you all at least, 30 to 20. 20 to 15. 15 to 10?
Still only got
11.
17.
Gotcha.
17.
15 to 10?
11.
11.
Yeah, 14.
Whose dex is higher out of Oscar and
0.
1.
okay. And you all got 11? And Trey, what'd you get?
14.
14.
Y'all, look at my little. I found a thing, and now it's my dice holder. Adorable. I'm in love with it.
Nice.
That looks like it once had chocolates in it.
It had
So that
little
chocolates?
jellies. Like,
Yeah.
little fruit jellies.
Lolly duck.
All right. It's at this moment. Some people are still asleep.
Sorry, did you say that I was going?
You got a 17? No.
Yes.
There are people ahead of you at the moment.
Okay.
At this moment, Oscar, as you're in the trees, you have taken an arrow to you, as this guy, natural 20 on stealth, unfortunately. As he is here, you didn't quite see him, but you know exactly where he is. He's right up on the rock, basically. You're at the other tree to the left. As you see his hand come back, he's out of view, but he's right up on this rock and hasn't had time to get anywhere. You will currently hear him go, all right, who else is down here? As he will stand up and see you kind of in the tree as you have formed right here, but you have view on him currently. And he goes, hello, Mr. Bucera. You have something of mine. Hand it to me and I'll call off my men. He's calling down to you. He's about 15 feet up onto the rock and you were kind of in the tree. 10 feet. He's up on the rock as you were up in the tree. Holding yourself as you have stabilized yourself after turning back from a cat. All you have to do is hand it to me. Carlisle won't send anyone else.
I'm afraid that I can't do that. You've already proven yourself to be quite an undesirable fellow.
That's fair. You see him immediately pull off one of the dagger guards that he has on his left. And as he does, he pulls it out, and it goes towards you. Let me quickly pull up his stats. What is everybody's AC real quick? Because everyone's AC is a little different. I've
Mine's
realized.
11 now.
11.
What is it when you're not wearing armor?
You'll have to look up what type of armor you have.
Yeah.
It's just plus your dex, I believe. It's 10 plus your dex.
10 plus dex? Oh, then it's 10.
So is he going first in initiative? Is that what's happening now, or is this narrative?
He is. He is. He
It's
rolled
so
an 18.
squishy.
He has an 18. 11, Silny, and
Sorry.
for
13.
no armor. I didn't even think about the armor thing. I'm so sorry.
Is he wearing armor?
He is. He's
They
wearing
were
that kind of
bird.
that's why he looked kind of like a guard, as he looked like he was kind of fitted out a bit. At this point, he will throw the dagger at you. Forgive me while I pull up my stuff. All right. And he will hit you with a thrown dagger of 4 piercing damage as he shoots it down into the tree. He's up on this rock. He currently has half cover, essentially, if he backs up. As it hits you, you're holding onto a branch as it hits into your arm immediately. A dagger's stuck there currently, being it you could pull it out. And with that, he will back up. I guess that poor half-orc girl must die. He gives a loud whistle that people begin to hear as he backs up onto the rock, and you hear him scurrying further up.
Can I keep sight of him?
Make a perception check, because you might see him as he crests up some. He'll basically disappear, maybe reappear for a moment. I will say make
21.
advantage because of the lightning. Because it's pitch black out here, except for, I'm going to say for battle circumstances, so that you all still can see, the lightning is every few seconds.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
Still 21.
Good. You see him, and because you're off the map a little bit, you begin to see him creep up around here, up onto this rock somewhere. You lose sight
Show
of him.
me again. Sorry, I wasn't on the screen.
Top left up here. He gets somewhere up to here, crests that rock really high up, and then vanishes, because basically he's gone over it somewhere. You know the direction, but you don't know, you can't see him because he's kind of cresting up and over. All right, Selny, with Wimp soon.
So I was hearing Kelsian in their wagon, or
Somewhere near their wagon, you heard Kelsian struggle.
getting stirred awake. Probably the first thing that I'm gonna grab is the rapier, and I'm going to exit. So that's 5, 10. And then there's like lamplight and stuff from some of these wagons, at least.
Yeah, pretty much this main road you can see. It's where you get up to here, like on the tops and into the forestry where it becomes hard. But there's a lot of trees in the way anyway. So it's mainly the road you all can clearly see right now. And everywhere else the lightning will aid you.
25, 30, 35. Cutting action dash. Like, can I see anything at this point, or like coming up onto it?
When you get to around here, you'll be able to see legs underneath the wagon. Someone's on this side.
I can't. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, basically all of them are hidden until.
Yeah, I'm not seeing your little clicks, your pings and stuff.
Oh, I wasn't clicking at that time.
Okay,
just see someone underneath. You see their legs, so there's someone standing on the other side of the wagon. You see boots, heavy boots, basically.
Just one set? Just one set?
Yes, just one set. Sorry, I was dragging people on.
Mhm.
You do see a body laying on the ground currently, struggling, moving. Seems to be Kelsey.
Rounding the corner. This is like a person that I don't know.
As you round the corner, you look into the wagon, weapon at the ready, and you see Kavorin out cold, a wound on his head. Alive, but seemingly knocked out in the wagon.
In the wagon, okay.
Just laying back there, sprawled over. Looks like he took a blunt blow to his forehead.
And then coming around here, I find the dude around the wagon.
You come around here and you find Kelsian, hands tied up on the ground. She's been thrown in, face covered in mud, as he's standing over her. Actually, this person, you'll see that this person is, she is it's a feminine human at the moment. She has red hair kind of tied back into one large bun, and she's struggling. As she turns back, sees you come here, and she pulls out her short sword and she turns to face you.
I would like to stab.
Okay, go for it. Wimp,
Good one.
Oscar, and Dylan, you all are soon. There's someone after you, after Sylvie, but you all are soon, so get that ready.
All right, here plus 19 plus 5.
Hit.
Okay.
Pull out your rapier. She turns. You clang the sword to the side and then go for a pierce right to her chest.
And then technically, because Kavorn's inside the wagon, my thing specifies nobody else within 5 feet of me.
I think that she's on the ground outside.
Is your ruling about that? Well, Kavorin inside. So it's fine if they're on the opposite side, but
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think it needs to be conscious. So I would say it doesn't. He doesn't affect you that way. Because
so then that's going to be 14 total.
How do you want to kill her?
I'm just gonna round, see that it's a fucking stranger being intimidating, and like I'm going to go straight to the gut.
Yeah, she turns around, you cling the sword, and straight to the gut. Blood immediately, she falls over. She's out. All right, she drops. Ding. And Kelsey's like, please help me. Is my dad okay? Is he okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna move into that spot and then start to get her undone.
Okay. All right. Yeah. On next turn, I'll be able to get her off. All right. That sounds awful. Is that you done?
Yes.
All right. At this point, Wimp, as you're exiting the wagon from the back, as you're nearing the back of that thing, you begin to hear, leave me alone! Wimp! Wimp Stockman! As you begin to hear Gragum begin to scream, basically. As you're, please help! As you hear Gragum get injured.
I swear to God.
Not after the pumpkin pie.
You also, Tilney, when you came out here, you did not see Missy. She was not on the roof, like I had narrated earlier.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't even known that she was up there unless, like, that's a common occurrence for her to be up there at night.
Yeah, and she definitely is.
Okay.
With that, Wimp, Oscar on deck, and then Dylan.
Wimp would be running, and at this point, he would now be yelling, like over the top, like incredibly loud, booming his voice. It's just to try to alert everyone. And
Okay.
he would probably yell ambush.
Okay.
And yeah, he would get to hear, would he see anyone with Gragum?
If you are able to hop over, you will see. Make a perception check with disadvantage currently, because there's a lot of obscured stuff here.
8. Sorry, 9.
9? You don't see anybody currently. If you're looking in the wagon, there's no one in the wagon. But you look to the right, and you don't have view on anybody at the moment. There's a crack of lightning, but as you're looking, it's dark for a moment. This is the backside where the lanterns don't quite reach. It's hard to see. You're looking for something, you don't see him.
Yeah, then he's and dash.
Where are you gonna go?
The wagon.
Go ahead and move yourself. You do not see Gragum in the wagon.
Yeah, he would start yelling, screaming for Gragum.
Okay. At this point, because you're yelling for him, you do hear, for just a moment, somewhere around here, but kind of near the corner of Stockman's wagon in the bushes.
I still have movement. Like, I'm
You do.
bolt
Yep.
over there.
Go for it.
Sorry, Ethan. Are you clicking to show stuff with the circle, or because I can't see it if you're doing it?
Yeah.
If you were pinging where Gragum was.
Can you see this now?
I can't see your ping.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
No, that was me. That was me.
Oscar.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's Oscar, yeah.
Then I can't see.
No.
Weird. What about, can you see my little line here instead?
No.
No.
Then we might
Are you
ship it
drawing
together
underneath the map? Like, is
here.
it a layer thing?
Here, let me reset it. Because it's not a layered thing. Let me just refresh it. What about now?
Yes. Now I
Yeah.
can see. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
My pings don't work, but I can do that for some reason.
Weird.
All right. Getting to here, you run through the bushes, and your foot clocks Gragum. He's laying here, turned over. He comes up onto his back, and he has a wound currently in his side. It has been pulled through, and there's blood splattering on the bushes here, but no sign of anybody.
Yeah, I'm bend down to pick him up.
He says, "There's people everywhere. Get me out of here, please. Get me out of here." Because he starts clinging to your shoulder. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Oscar and then Dylan.
Okay, Oscar is going to pull a handful of oak bark out of his pouch, and he's going to cast Barkskin on himself.
Nice. You take the effects of Barkskin. You can take more hits.
Put it in the thing? Yeah.
Yep. Your armor class is now 16.
Nice.
And then he's going to stealthily, because he can't see this guy, right? He's going to stealthily follow the path to get on that ledge. whatever the ledge was, whatever the way the guy went to get on the rock from the tree. He's
Okay.
going to follow
Go ahead
that.
and
But
make me a
he's
stealth check and an athletics check to climb up these rocks, like from the tree onto the rocks, and keep going up.
so that's 29 for stealth
Woo.
Okay.
because I've still got pass
That's
without
for
a
an
trace
hour.
on that. How long does an hour? Sweet.
Yeah.
As long as it's
and
not
then-
concentration. We'll look that up in the meantime. Okay.
It is. Can I flip that then? Because is Barkskin? I'm assuming that's concentration.
It's concentration as well, yeah.
Yeah. So can I do that in reverse order? I want to
Get up there and
stealthily
then cast it when you get up there.
29, and then once I'm there, well, I'll reevaluate just in case something
Yep.
happens. But that's my intention.
Go ahead and make
then
that athletics check.
athletics.
You're stealthing up, pulling yourself from the branches. You're trying to get up these rocks from the tree over, and you do so. Use the branch to kind of make the little gap over and climb up onto the rocks. You begin to climb up, and I'll say 5, 10. You'll get up to. You will get up to the top, up to here, and what you'll see up here, you don't see the guy, but you do see currently hanging from. Kind of has just fallen out as a rope. It seems that a rope was tied from where you are to this tree to somewhere to this tree. If you can see, is my thing showing up now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now been cut though, but it seems that he was able to get over quickly because of that. So you can't see him, but you know he's somewhere over there. You get up here, you probably cast Barkskin on yourself.
I won't yet. Hang on, just let me think.
Dylan, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm going to murmur. I would very much like to see if it's not too much trouble, and I'm going to. I'm going to put the globe here. Hang on. Here, which is 60 feet away from me. So 60 feet of bright light, and then a further 60 feet of dim light. But as I do it, I'm watching this tree.
With
So
that,
when
you barely just see him hopping down from this edge right here. Right over here, hopping down. The light kind of shines up and you just see his silhouette up there.
Okay, so I kind of did the globe as a seeing him and a distraction because he won't have been expecting it. And the second that I see him, instead of Barkskin, I'm going to cast Heat Metal on him. Because the range is also 60 feet. And I'll put that in BTT. So he's got to do he takes 2d8. I'm assuming this is because his armor's not metal, right? This is all of his scimitars and his daggers and whatnot.
This will
right?
be his scimitar primarily.
Okay,
Yep.
and it's certainly if he's holding a dagger at the time. And this is concentration, so I lose my stealth.
Fair. All right, go ahead and roll that damage. You actually see him not lose his dagger. His scimitar drops. It glows hot, and his entire scimitar drops.
And 2d8, he takes 8.
8.
Does he make a noise?
Yeah, he will go shit as he ding 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 as the scimitar
does Wimp
drops
hear that
all the way
noise?
down here. With you all, make a perception checks with disadvantage to see if you hear that, because the thunder is loud.
Wimp sure as fuck doesn't it with a 6.
Do I need to roll as
From over
well?
your left shoulder,
Everybody.
you'll hear,
Yep.
for fuck's sake, Wimp.
24.
24? Sully?
Still far away.
Yep, they see gets higher, but it's a shot.
Okay.
24, you will hear it, Dylan. And you will see, of course, the globe, but you hear him yell. And you hear
11.
the cling, cling, cling. You won't hear it, Sully, but you do hear, Dylan, you do hear the scimitar dropping down the rock edge. Is that you done, Oscar? All right. With that, it is Dylan.
So I really have no idea what I'm gonna do. Do I see anything if I go right here?
if you go here, you will see currently the drift globe. And I will say now getting to here, just through the leaves, you'll barely be able to see this guy up here. The drift globe helps put a spotlight on that. I'm going to say he has half cover because it's so elevated, though. Because you won't be able to see all of him, just kind of his waist up because he's elevated on a hill. He'll have half cover.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna do Sacred Flame. Dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20, I'm afraid.
Holy
I've been rolling significantly less
So
lately,
good.
but when I
Yeah.
do, it sucks.
It gains no benefit from cover.
You see him, the light kind of shine down, whoosh, coming down, and you see him kind of dodge out of it and hold onto the tree.
Do I see the light?
Well, you all saw the drift globe. You don't,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
see her light, but you see the giant spotlight on
Does
him now.
he doesn't see
You
my
don't-
light on him?
I would say you'd see a streak because your sacred flame doesn't actually give off light. It's just a streak, basically.
Hmm.
But you can't see him because the elevation, you're right at the base of it. You can't see him at the moment. You
Makes
just see
total sense.
the drift globe blinding everywhere.
How tall is that hill?
Be 5. It'd be 10 to get up to here, and then another 10. So it's about 25. I'll put it. I'll put it
Okay.
at 25 feet up to get to the top part.
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right. With that, whoever's nearby will begin to see from the right running in, holding her axe. And holding her axe is where are they? Where are they? Seemingly, she had been led down to the right with a distraction. Got down there and realized shit's hitting the fan up here, and is now sprinting back from the right up the road.
Wimp would scream, everywhere. Dragom's hurt here. Check on the others.
That is her action because she dashed to get here. And she just holds her axe at the ready. With that, others will take their go. At this point, you will hear let's see. You'll hear Oscar, you will see, but the rest of you will hear Jared say, "No, don't go for him. Go for the woman down the road." And you don't know who he's referring to, but you all see an arrow shot come from up here down towards Missy. Crossbow. Ding! And that gives you, now you see him, Oscar, because he was hidden before, but now seeing the arrow shot and see Jared seemingly talk to him, you see a guy here currently laying down, firing his crossbow outwards to hit Missy. And Will, you see as she gets here, you say that she strengthens her axe, Wimp, responding to you, looking around, and immediately an arrow whiffs her right in the shoulder from the top. So you all know there's someone up there too. Someone else's turn. There's a lot of moving parts here, forgive me, but I hope it's a fun, kind of
That's
complicated
awesome.
battle.
it is.
No, you're good.
So-
Not knowing where anybody is fucking terrifying.
You've learned that they have low hit points, but this is why they're trying to play smart and get away from everybody.
Yeah.
They have low hit points, but they're
totally.
trying to. They know they have low hit points, basically. They know they're not strong.
They're just people.
Where are you, Selny?
I'm essentially on this dead person right here.
Gotcha.
I moved up to help Kelsian.
I'm landing these hits, I'm afraid. You will take 7 piercing damage as you are starting to help Kelsian from this bush here. You see just creeping out just the edge of a crossbow, ding, and latch into you and hits you right in your left thigh, almost in the hip. Ding. As you see this person you see is a female half elf. You just see the ear as she slinks back in, her hood up. The guy the orange guy up top, by the way. For those of you who can see him, I think it's just Oscar currently. You see this is a male dwarf laying here with his crossbow. And with that, you also hear Jared talk to the dwarf, and he says, he'll currently say, Umil, get up out of there. They spotted you. Move. That's what you'll hear, Oscar. From that, it is Kelsey's turn. Kelsey can't do much because she's restrained, and Kavorn's knocked out. From this, it is Gragum. Wimp, what are you doing with Gragum? It's not your turn, but I just need to know how Gragum will react.
He is about to put him inside Stockman's thing.
Okay, so he's holding on to, please help me. Wimp, as he's doing his normal.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Gotcha. Back up to... From this, I'll say, Dylan, your passive perception is 16?
Holy fuck!
Yes.
You begin to see climbing up the front and coming down is Stockman. He climbs out from the front seat, hops down to the ground near the horses, and you see he has currently a scimitar holding forward. As he's kneeled down, he's holding the back, supporting himself. He notices you and goes, shh. You have never seen Stockman fight. And he's like, he looks serious, but composure, basically, as he is going to begin sneaking under the wagon.
Okay.
So he's hurt or he's
Nope. He's
Okay.
just coming out, hearing all
He's
of this. He looks fine.
focused.
okay.
He's focused, and he will
He's
say before he goes
Victoria
under,
is emerging.
he'll say, I need you to get everyone to safety. Get everyone into one place. They're going to start picking us off. One
I
place.
think they already are.
And he heads under the wagon and out of view at the moment. All right. And with that, it is Jared. Jared's going to come over here. And you see him get to this edge, and he slides out of view, sliding down this hill, out of sight, to somewhere. So he's currently out of sight. He slides down this hill. With that, Sylney. With Wimp and everybody soon. So figure out what you guys are going to do.
Did I take a crossbow bolt or a bow?
It was a crossbow bolt.
Fuck.
It seemed to
Just
be
gonna yell out.
light crossbow.
It would be an action to unrestrain Kelsian, correct?
I think so, yes, because she's fairly tied up. It would be an
Yeah.
action.
I'm going to kind of like shift her a little bit and push her under the wagon. And then I'm just gonna start Terminator walking like this way, having the rapier out. I'm gonna whip it down, whip the blood off, and then I'm just gonna start walking over to the spot.
Currently, you don't
but-
see anybody. Do you want to venture into the brush and rocks?
Into the brush.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check. It's not too tall, but just to kind of venture over it, to get through it easily. See if anything happens.
18.
18. Without problem. It will be difficult terrain, so it'll be half movement.
Perfect. So we're at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll use my cunning action to just get movement in here, and then I'm just trying to find where that person is.
All right. You'll be able to get halfway through it, and you'll see them. They're here, basically. You kind of see them through the brush behind Fuchsia's wagon, running south, running to the bottom of the map. She sees you. She's still running. She's currently, as she's running, she's loading another crossbow bolt.
40, 50, 60 off the rock onto the brush. And I'm going to use my action to dash as well.
Okay.
10, 20, 35. Okay.
Okay. She sees you as you're getting up there. All right. Is that your turn?
That's all that I have, I believe, yeah.
Gotcha. Did you cut Kelsey? No, you did not cut. You just
No,
shoved her
I
into the
just
wagon, right?
tucked her under.
Okay. With this point, coming up here, Wimp, as you're picking up Gragum and starting to head towards Thotman's wagon, you hear something jump from the bushes through the light from the drift globe and land on the wagon as this person. This is someone you haven't seen before. It's a male human currently. You will see him jump from this ledge. He was hiding in the bushes just out of the light. As he jumps over onto the wagon, the whole thing kind of creaks down. He's like, nope, as he pulls out his crossbow and will go for a shot on you, Wimp. Missing. It'll ding and hit into the ground. The horses and Cal kind of starts getting startled. He's shit, and he will instead be like, he jumps over here. He lands. He's smiling. He turns, thinking he's got away, and he turns towards you, Dylan. He says, hello. He didn't expect anyone to be on the front side. He was running away from Wimp. As he's here, he pulls out his scimitar. That's all he can do. With that, is Wimp, Oscar, and then Dylan.
Yeah, so Wimp is going to have seen that. Great. Walk here, tell Gragum to get under the wagon, because that's his first fucking thought, which is hilarious. To stalk him, because he didn't fucking see that fucker, but...
As you walk here, to the base of this to start putting him in, such piercing pain in the bottom of your feet. As you look down, and hidden in the dirt are caltrops right at the back of... This is why Stockman came out the front. Caltrops. Just buried into the dirt. You will take 1 point of damage. And from now on, until you regain hit points, your speed's reduced by 10. So you have 20 movement now.
Ow.
Yeah, he'd yelp out. It would fucking hurt, and he'd be like, oh, fuck.
Sorry.
No, it's good. He'd get Gragum in there.
What'd you say, Matter?
I said that's devious.
Yeah.
These guys aren't the strongest, so they're using whatever they can.
God damn.
So for future notice, because these were a surprise, they were so hidden, your passive perception wasn't able to see them. If you were to, every time you start your turn, you take a point of damage. It doesn't reduce each time. You've already got the reduction by 10. It won't happen again. But say you heal and then walk through them again, that reduction will go back down. To not take the damage from them, you use half movement walking through them. So if they're 10 feet, you would have to use 20 feet to go through them. But that's if you see them. That's if you know they're there. Anyway, what were you doing? Sorry, that's what triggered when you went there.
So he would put him in there. And
you hear a voice under the wagon. It says, "What? Caltrops." You hear Stockman's voice underneath.
It's like, thanks, Trophy. And then he would move around the fucking cow, the fucking dick, and would just move to...
I could be a really evil DM and do an animal handling check to see if the cow kicks you, but we red dead this and see if they kick you. Well, of course.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Hornet, did you make that color, or?
I did. Nice. And I have a version that is removable, so if you mount her, you can take her separately from the wagon.
Nice.
I did a lot of Photoshop the other day knowing this was coming up.
It looks like a llama.
It does. I just took the basic horse model and colored it how Queen Hornet picture was.
Uh-huh.
You pop out your echo.
Oh yeah, pop out the echo, and this echo starts running head fucking on at this dude. Like
he looks at you, Dylan. He's like, and then you just hear. He's like, what the hell? As he turns back and see this echo coming around the corner.
The echo's face is totally blank. Like it looks totally fucking focused as it runs at this dude.
Okay.
That's it. It's my turn. What? Wait, I have an action. Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Mhm.
Yeah, go for it. Where are you dashing to? Oscar, you're on deck. What time are we stopping, by the way, just so I know? We probably won't finish this today, unfortunately.
Whenever we're done.
It's
Yeah.
up to you guys.
Whenever we're done.
Okay.
Now I'm done.
Gotcha, thank you. I hope you all are enjoying it, by the way. It's just
great.
complicated. I'm over here like, I'm trying to make it smooth.
Like,
yeah, I'm trying to make it smooth. So sorry for my, not flustered. I guess I'm just like, juggling
you're
back
good.
here.
You're good, it's great.
All right. Oscar.
All right, Oscar's going to... Oh,
Sorry,
go on.
He would just yell, Missy, get everyone here.
Okay.
Oscar's going to move 15 feet to here, so it's half his movement, and he's going to... This guy here is now 90 feet away, so he's going to cast Entangle Because he hasn't moved yet. He was told to move, but he's still there, right? Because it hasn't been his turn.
Yep, he hasn't moved. He's still there.
Cool. Okay, gonna cast Entangle on that guy.
Can Tangle reach? Yep, 90 feet. Yeah, should be able to.
90, yeah, I measured it.
That is a
I'll do it.
fail. As he's laying here as well, which he just the vine just wrap him up like a burrito as he's laying here, starting to get up, just
Delicious.
coming over him.
So he is entangled. That's my action. And then with my remaining movement, is it just like, is it 5, 10, 15 to get down from this rock, like to slide down the front?
I will say
it's like 5 high.
I'll say usually, but yeah, it's 15. It's 15 to get down. But if you make a good acrobatics check, you'll just fall gracefully and not have to use some of your movement. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check. See if you can get down easily.
15.
You do. You get down here easily. You have your movement. It didn't take any.
The large, cumbersome
Count as a
furball
ball.
gracefully slides down the rock.
Yep,
Okay,
by
so
the
I've got
rules,
5
falling doesn't use movements. That's a graceful
five
fall.
more feet of more movement left. So I am here and yep. And I will do nothing. That is my turn.
Okay, gotcha. Ellen.
Is there any other people that I know of around?
You haven't seen Fusted, and you haven't seen Cass and Obbs.
Yes.
Or Cody, but you can assume Cody's still in there.
Mm-hmm.
One can assume.
Yep. While I have them on their wagons, that's just to mark whose wagons they are. You haven't actually seen the people.
Like no noise was heard from them.
Yep. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna go there. And I'm going to yell for Fusted. And I'm gonna yell her name, and then I'm just gonna be like asking if she's still in there.
At that moment, the door that serves people is out, like the window just opens up, and you see this little hand crossbow come up as she's here in her nightgown. I'm in here. I'm not coming out, though. Get everyone else to safety.
Yeah, good on you.
She pulls it back.
Dylan casts Australian.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yep.
Get on ya.
You're flaming galah.
A boomerang?
You do hear fighting happening, and you see scuffling under the wagon over here of Sylvie
Mhm.
and this woman.
Is Missy alone?
From what you can see, she is here, and she looks like she's starting to head. Looks like she's starting to turn to start going. She's currently holding her wound, but she looks like she's going to turn to Cass and Obbs' wagon.
Okay.
She's been told to start gathering people, so she's going to start turning there. Actually, no, she wouldn't. She would head to Kelsey and Kavoran's wagon. She doesn't give a shit about Cass or.
Hell yeah, Miss.
You see her look at Cass's wagon and then look towards Kelsey and Kavoran's and start making her way there.
Then I will do a sacred flame on the blue guy.
Okay,
Dude.
that's a fail. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Fail.
6 points of damage.
6 points. Light comes down, shrieks him. The water just glows in golden and pink light. He's like, ah! He's struggling, holding his chest at the moment. Covering
That's
his
it.
eyes. Gotcha. All right, with that, Missy's gonna start darting over here. Yep. She's gonna start getting over here and starting to get Kelsian out, probably. She's gonna begin the journey of getting her out of here. Actually, she can do half movement. That's 5. I'll put her here. She's got Kelsian, but she can only use half movement to get this. They're together. She's loaded her up. You hear her say, if anybody's close by enough, I don't think so, but for no other reason, she says, come back for you, Kavarin. As she's loading Kelsey up. Actually, she can use her action to let her free. I forgot. That's what her action could be. She pulls out one of her axes and cuts Kelsey free. That's what she'll do. And then she'll help her out. Okay. With that, it is some of the mercs' turns. The one, this woman that is with you, Silny, she'll look at you. She holds out her scimitar. And she'll, as she's turning around, she says, all you gotta do is get that coin back. No one has to get hurt. None of us, none of you. And she will basically dart into the trees.
Attack of opportunity.
Opportunity.
She takes the disengage action. Can you overcome that? She uses her whole turn to not fight. Yeah. She'll get here. There's rocks there. Shit! And she will begin to run this way. So that was 15 feet. And then we'll say one back. She realizes there's rocks here. She's running down this path. Yeah, that's what she'll do. She's not trying to give up her life for this. So with that, it is the guy who's restrained can make a strength check against your spell DC on it. It frees itself. Not bad. It gets out up there. It will waste its turn, but the guy, the dwarf, as he pulls himself free, and he will use half his movement to stand up. And he will begin heading this way.
Difficult terrain.
What was that?
It's difficult terrain.
Oh, because of Entangle. That's right. He won't be able to move, I don't believe. He used half his movement there. I don't think he can get much anywhere.
He can move 5 or 10 feet.
I think that's right. He'll move one back.
His action to make the strength check.
Oh yeah, it's for every 5 feet. It'll be... Yeah, he'll get to literally right here. He'll get one step back. Because it's 20-foot square. He's not quite out of it yet. He begins to run back. All right, with that, it is Kelsian. You hear Missy say, right there. You're going to run right there to stop his wagon. I'll be right behind you. Go. As she begins to run. And she'll get right behind you.
Does she get in?
She's going to get right behind Wimp.
Okay.
She sees people. She's getting behind Wimp. Wimp, you feel, as you're running up, something go into your back. Just slam and holding onto your shirt back here. Wimp, are you okay? Are you okay? As she's here, like looking around, like pressed into you currently, puts her back to your back, like looking around. All right. And it is now Kragam and Fusted. Kragam's in the wagon. Fusted staying here. The window opens up as you see a crossbow bolt fly towards the blue one, hitting the ground. She goes, shit. And shut the door back. She shoots out and close it right back.
Just really quick, at this point, we would go, Oscar? Because it's the only one he hasn't fucking seen.
Yeah. Does Oscar respond?
Fucking Oscar!
Let me look up something.
Good, doesn't respond.
He's doing a /me, is silent. Doesn't speak.
And he can see Silny from where he is. That's why he didn't. Because he saw her this little scuffle. So I was like, oh, cool. Oscar, what a twat.
I'm looking up something, but I can't.
Wow,
There's a whole wagon that we haven't searched, guys.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
know them.
I don't know the exact rules, so I'm gonna wing it now. It's at this point, Missy has to make a dex saving throw. She succeeds as you all begin to hear as Cass and Obbs' cart come around the corner with Obbs sitting up front with a hat, rain pouring off of it. We've out of the way, Missy. As you all don't see Cass as the wagon just barely veers around Kavoran's wagon. Missy has to duck under Kavoran's wagon. What the hell is going on? As this wagon is now fleeing with obs on the front. It's a cart. I'm just going to eyeball it and say it'll get to here for now. As Dylan, you begin to see it. It's veering left and right. Dylan, Wimp, and Kelsey, you all begin to see this goblin-manned wagon. You hear Ob say, "Move out of the way if you don't mind," as he's coming forward and it's veering through the mud. He won't get there this turn, I'll say, because it's muddy. With that is Stockman's turn. Oscar, you will just barely for a moment see someone slink out from under the wagon and start climbing this. As it appears with ease, there is a rope here. Let me go ahead and put this on. One of the hidden ropes is here as Stockman managed to get up easily using less movement. That'll be fine. I'll get him to... Yeah, he'll be able to make it up to here. Stockman begins to climb up to the top.
Let's go, bud.
That's about all he can do, though. All right. You will hear him whistle, and jumping out from the cart front, or at least getting up onto the seat area, is Cody. You all see him growling currently at the man down below. That's all he'll do for now, though. Now Jared's turn. For anybody who's nearby, probably at the moment, Silny, you'll hear it. Dylan, you'll see it. You see, as Missy comes out from underneath the cart, as she had dodged under it, goddamn stupid, last time we're letting another merchant on here. Another arrow flies, hits her right in the abdomen. Coming. Make a perception check, Dylan, with disadvantage to even try to see where it came from. And to kind of see where the wound is.
4.
It's so much is happening, and the lightning striking every now and then. It is hard, but she got hit from somewhere.
Who got hit?
Missy.
Missy.
So that's
But a 24 would be good.
Yeah. All right. With that, it is Sony with Wimp and everybody soon.
I'm gonna close the distance on this person. You made a mistake.
As you walk through this line, you take 1 point of damage and have caltrops.
I'll do it.
Continue what you were saying. Sorry, I just wanted to get that by so that you could also react to that. Was here.
Damage.
You say this.
You made a mistake here today. And I'm going to go for the shoulder area.
Go for it. As you're
Yeah.
coming up on her and saying that, she says, "Something was stolen from our boss. You've taken it."
Motherfucker. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Oh my god.
14 damage. I
right
went
in the
for the shoulder specifically
the
because
captain.
I wanted to do non-killing, what is that
Lethal.
called technically?
Non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal damage, and I just want to stab and then essentially just pin her to the ground.
I like it. When you do so, she tries to catch it, and so just her hands start to bleed as well. As it slides through, as you do so, and it pins her to the ground and down. All right, gotcha. I'll go ahead and mark her. This guy the green guy totally died, right? You killed him. Okay, so I'll mark him double. As she throws her ground, she's just unconscious, bleeding. Gotcha.
So
you have
that was
10 feet reduced movement from walking through hidden caltrops. But you do see where they are now. They're in a line here, which seemingly is why she darted into the trees and went around.
5, 10. So when I hit the caltrops, it's half movement?
Yes, it's half movement after that. So, 10 minus 10. So it's minus 10 feet.
Oh, okay. So
to walk through them carefully.
It's half movement to walk through them carefully, but you've already sustained it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not half movement after you've been caltropped.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's after you've been caltropped, it's 10 feet. But if you spot them before you run through them, You can be like, I see them, I'm gonna have to go through them. I can use half movement and you won't take damage. You won't
Carefully
you will
navigate.
carefully walk through, yeah. But because they were hidden, you walk through them. Now, until you heal at all, you have 10 feet reduced movement to your max. And you can't take that
Okay,
again.
for the
It doesn't,
whole. Got it.
and I don't think it stacks, at least I'm not going to now. You'll still take the 1 point of damage, but you can run through them now. Just take 1 point of damage, but it doesn't reduce it further. Minus
So
10
then,
now.
if I were to use my cunning action to dash, is that then also 10 off of that movement, or 10 of the whole round?
It's 10 out of your total, basically, I think. I think it's
10
10 out
out
of
of
your
the
total.
total.
That's how I'm going to roll
Okay.
it for now, because it just says minus 10. I'll just say
5,
whatever your total movement is this turn, minus 10.
10,
That's how I'll say it,
15,
because it just says reduced
20,
by 10.
25. She
Hope
looks
y'all
like
are
she's
happy.
out though, or like she's not going to be moving.
Yeah, definitely unconscious right now,
Okay.
for sure. She's not getting up unless someone heals her.
25,
And if it takes
30,
a long time, she might even die eventually.
35. Is this technically brush and stuff?
This right here would be under a tree. You're about to start getting into the brush. About to be.
Alright,
Because notice there's a fallen tree right here, kind of.
cunning action dash, so that is 10, 20,
This is where it starts getting half movement here, or
30,
difficult terrain.
and then, yeah. Would I be able to get to that?
Yeah, just on the other side of it. You step over the broken tree, land on the other side. Your feet are bleeding currently. Through your
They're
boots. Your
Got an
hooves,
arrow
yeah.
in your leg.
Your hooves are just got maybe a couple cracks that'll heal over time. It's
Okay.
not fun. It's like, how does that work?
There's probably caltrops stuck inside, and it's
Yeah.
creating pressure up
Yeah.
throughout. Yeah.
That's not fun.
No.
Have you thought about shoes?
They're natural shoes.
I'll be an asshole DM and say if you wear shoes, it negates Caltra. I'm just kidding.
Hell yeah!
I'll
Wow.
side with Wimp.
Not shoes, like horseshoes. Right?
Yeah, that's what we mean with the horseshoes.
God damn it.
All right, that's Silny up.
That is my whole everything that I have.
Gotcha. Blue's turn. He's going to disengage. If Diego will go for a swipe and he'll just dodge it as he will move around, because the blue person is, yeah, it's the human guy. As he will, man, he doesn't know where to go. He's not going to go toward the oncoming wagon. And he currently sees Oscar. He's just going to go back. He's just going to go this way. He's just going to try to get the hell out of here. He can only move 30 feet because he took the dodge action or disengage action. He'll get to here as he's running away. Wimp with Oscar and then Dylan.
Wimp would I keep fucking doing it. He would move Kelsian against the wagon. That fucking thing is coming at him, and he would yell, "Dylan, get the fuck out of the road!" It's almost like you're waiting on your turn. And then
Yeah.
And then, oh, this is odd. He would. Okay, I'm gonna ask this because this is, I guess, kind of odd. My Echo can move 30 feet.
Mhm.
Can I then teleport and continue my movement? Because that's away from me. Like, my Echo itself can move.
I believe so.
Oh, that seems so cheaty. Okay.
There might be something, but I don't, without reading the whole block.
Yeah,
I
from
don't.
what I read, like, that's how it goes.
Block up here, I'll read it while you're doing that.
Yeah. If you would.
Let me make sure, like, how close I need to teleport. 15 feet. Okay.
Yeah, it does cost 15 feet to teleport. It takes part of your movement to teleport. But after that, I don't think there's anything else.
Oh, it costs 15.
Cost 15 feet
Oh,
to teleport.
perfect.
Yeah. So it does slow down some of your movement, but otherwise, I think you're fine. What you got?
And then, yeah, get a teleport. I don't know if you could Elsie in. I don't know if she willingly moved against
Yep.
the wagon.
Moving. Are you moving? Are you taking her somewhere?
No, essentially, I'm just trying to like bring her,
Move
her
her
back
to-
with me.
Bring her back with you.
Like a step back
Essentially, a step
towards the
back
wagon.
away, towards the wagon, just to not get hit by the other wagon coming through.
Gotcha. Do you want her here or like here?
Oh no, with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go. Gotcha.
And then I'm gonna use my action dash.
Okay. This is a big area.
Huge.
There you go. I'm dashing.
Hope you'll like it. All right, you're
Follow.
dodging towards it, running through. Is that you done?
Yes.
Oscar, and then Dylan on deck.
Oscar is going to ice knife the blue guy.
Go for it.
26 to hit.
Hit.
What if he was like, missed? Like, I'd be like, what?
Nope. That works. You kill him.
Good.
Unless you want to go non-lethally.
No.
Ooh,
Damn.
Damn, Oscar.
Fucking ass Oscar's done.
He's brought this down. He's brought this down on his friends. It's to do with him, and he's
My
furious
heart.
and guilty and crying of
like
the whole of this.
Shoot out, and it lodges into a back, and as he's running, he's like, that sucks! And then it explodes, and it sends him lurching down the road. As like hardened red ice shatters across the road.
Ooh.
All right. With that, anything else?
Yeah, with his movement, he knows that the red guy, is around here somewhere.
Yeah, you saw him slip, if you can see my little ping, onto this little divot down here.
One kind of soon.
You're not sure. He went into this little divot here. So you just know he went behind this. You're not sure. It's up to you to assume.
Yeah. Whose
Just know
wagon
you
is
think
this?
it's great. That is yours.
Yeah.
Dylan,
Oh,
that's
it
the
is. Okay, he'll count 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 movement. He's still being stealthy.
It takes an action to sneak, basically.
Oh, he's not sneaking. He's just, he
Right.
moves here.
You're just being careful. Yeah.
That's my turn. Actually, and I'll move the globe to here, to the edge of the cliff, just so that
Gotcha.
there's light all around the center of it.
Gotcha. All right. Help us Darman out. Is that you done?
Yeah. End of my
Alright.
turn.
Thank you. Dylan.
Did I see Stockman climb this?
You did. You saw him go up. You saw that there was
Okay.
a rope there, and you noticed that he wasn't just climbing rocks. There was a rope right here, too, which I'll make visible now. They have hidden ropes here in their time of setting up, essentially, these people.
So, first of all, I'm gonna yell, "Oh my god, Cascade's wagon's heading straight for a blockade!" And then I'm gonna run over here.
What are you trying to get by with that? Are you trying to deceive them?
Yeah. Like, oh my god, you're running right into
Make a
them.
deception check.
Oh no!
20.
Natural 20?
Nice.
Okay, as you do so and you're running past, the wagon's moving along, you see the curtain open up, beads everywhere start flying, getting broken as Cascade opens it, facing forward. She says, "What? No! Hand me those reins! Up!" And he takes them, he nudges the goblin off the wagon, and Obsidian, as he takes the reins and starts veering towards the left. The whole wagon will begin to start aiming towards direction of Houston's wagon.
Oh God, no!
Perfection.
when you mess with chaos, you get it back.
At
God
least
damn it,
it's
Cascade.
entertaining.
Cass has never messed with the reins before. He doesn't know what to
He
do.
doesn't
He
know
just
what to do.
yanks, thinking they're about to crash. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No,
Okay, you get to there. Did
I
you crawl
dashed
under
to
the
get
wagon?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, under the wagon, and you get over here to where Oscar is, and you see him, and he's here. He almost scares you for a moment. All right. You all are soaking wet currently. It is bad. Lightning flashes. All right, with that, Missy is going to go ahead and start getting Kavoran out of here. That'll be 5, 10. And we'll start carrying Kavoran. He's a big guy, so she's having some trouble. He is a big guy, so she's dragging him like by the arms, basically. Trying to get him out of here. And with that, with a readied action, for those of you all in view, I would say all of you, Sony, you'll begin to, you can't quite see it exactly, but you'll see the remnants of it in a second. You all see from the direction of the PPP wagon, orange flames. As a bottle has crashed, as a fire has been ignited onto the PPP wagon near the back. The tarp immediately is beginning to go up. The rest of it will take time to catch, but right now the tarp is just immediately beginning to go up in flames as a bottle has crashed on it. With that, it is Orange he's running half movement, so he's gonna start just run. He's gonna shoot Stockman and run. An arrow lodges and hits Stockman. As this guy, 5, say he'll manage to get down here. And currently out of, actually, Wimp will be able to see them at the moment. He gets to there as he slides down. All right. Purple's down. Kelsian is going to run around the front and hop into the wagon. And I think everyone else is going to. Fusted's going to open the door and look around. Are they gone?
Does she see the wagon coming at her?
It's at this point. She'll look over. Because the door is kind of swung open. Is anything happening? She does not see it currently. She hears noise, but because the door is so long and outwards, she doesn't see it. And at this moment, the wagon pulls. He tries to pull it, and it starts to correct itself, but begins to flip as it's turning right, and the whole wagon begins to flip and hit Fusted's as it rocks Fusted around. Fusted as the door slams on her, she tumbles inside, ding ding, into the metal kind of wagon as this one slams and begins to tip. And Hot Dog, because it hit Fusted, it sets itself back up. None of them tip, but they've taken damage as the wagon will continue down the road. It'll get to here. As he's inside, Obs is on the ground.
God.
In the mud, like, ugh, as he's just trying to get out. Obs will take his turn. Help me, Mr. Wimp, help me. As he's in the mud currently, like face full of it. He'll use half his movement to stand up. We'll run over to you and we'll cling to your leg. Please help me. Mr. Cash left me.
Oh my god, what a little shit.
I hurt my arm.
He would just look at him, he's like, stay with me.
He's grabbing onto your leg. All right. It's Stockman's turn. He will run around here. That's where he'll get to. Oh, one back. All right. You know what? I'm going to say he uses his action to dash. So he will get down here and slide and meet this guy down here. All right.
God
with that,
damn, Stockman, you're fucking ballsy.
he's going for him.
Let's go.
It's the only guy he sees currently. With that, sorry, I'm like measuring distance right now.
Oh, you have your
Running
sneaky
out-
measurements.
Yep. Coming out of the trees, Wimp, coming towards you, just as you finish getting obs towards you, coming out of the trees, essentially holding his backup scimitar. His doubles are gone, as he only has the one now. In one hand is his scimitar, and his left hand, his right hand is a dagger currently. Is heat metal still on?
No.
I don't think we've been. Oh, it's not. Gotcha. All right.
Unless only more for clarification. So, because I cast it on his daggers around his waist and his scimitar. So, if it only affected the scimitar and he dropped the scimitar, that's it. But if it heated his daggers around his waist as well, then he would have been taking damage each turn unless he threw his daggers away.
I think it's
only one item.
Yeah, you can choose one item.
Right, yeah. And the leather armor and the daggers on the outside of it, so I'd say they're fine, but the scimitar, he can't dual wield them anymore. So
he hasn't got it anymore, because he dropped it, right?
Yeah, the other one's gone. He's got his other one. He used to have two, so he only has the one now.
Okay.
So he can't dual wield them. He can't do some of his things. As he comes out, he just approaches you and says, "Tell your friend to give us the coin. Blood is being spilled on both sides."
He said, wanted to talk to Oscar. Should have done it before.
Tried. And I shot him out of a tree. And with this,
when he gets within 10 feet.
yep, go for it. As he approaches, you begin to see him bring up his scimitar. As you immediately pull out your halberd, you reached out, whooshing, go for a hit. What you got?
18
Oh,
hit,
fuck.
14 damage.
18 to hit? Yeah. With that, as he's coming forward, you whoosh, slice him very quickly. It was so fast he wasn't even expecting it. You cut his forearm, basically, that was coming, and 14 damage. He's still up.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
As he's like, blood just sprays from it. And then he'll get his turn. All right. With that,
Tara, what are you doing?
you will take
Thank you.
18 piercing damage. You see as he comes up, you cut him. He just looks at you, grits his teeth, and with his scimitar, 1 slash, 2 slash, and with his dagger, sticks it into you. As he slashed your chest, he sticks it into your gut with his dagger and pulls it out.
I was just about to say, it definitely looks like Wim got, like, he literally would make, like, gurgling noises while he staggers.
Gotcha.
Oh, fuck.
This guy definitely seems stronger than the rest. That's his turn. Silny.
Oh, fuck. Pea shooter's in the back of the wagon.
Gotta love it.
The bullets are in the back of the wagon too, huh?
Yeah, and
You
the
think about
gunpowder,
that.
I would assume.
You think about that and like, if that fire reaches it, all those bullets, ding, 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 are just gonna go off.
Uh-huh. So fuck. It's 25. I'm running through. Okay. This area.
I will say the horses are gonna begin to move as well. You all will hear them. They're startled by the fire. They will begin to start moving.
Difficult terrain here.
There, yes.
Here.
These bushes are all kind of difficult terrain at the moment.
Those are the bushes. Okay.
Yeah, you can
May I
there
get
for
up to
2.
here?
Mhm.
Use my mirthful leap to jump over the bushes.
Yeah. Remember, you have 10 left, like 10 reduced. Then
Yeah. I'm going to use like my whole action to do the double, triple dash thing. So that is first. So we get to there on the 1. 45. Yeah, I have 105 total, so 90 feet to get up to the back of it.
Yeah. You jump over and start running around. You get to the back of it.
And there is fire.
When you get here,
And
the whole
my
back
turn
of
is
it,
done.
it's only on the very back. It hasn't encroached throughout the wagon yet. It's only on the back, and the roof is currently on fire. Like the tarp. But so far, the
Yeah.
wagon's like fine. It's just the back entrance is like beginning to go up. It's more of the tarp at the moment. And just the very back.
Would I be able to dive in to get to the rear of it? Or
Like to go through the flames and get into the back of the wagon?
yeah.
Do you have movement left?
Yes. So I have 90 up to here, and then I have 10 more feet. No,
Give me
15 more feet.
Give me an acrobatics check to see if you want to dive through the flames. That or a dexterity saving throw.
It would have been the same plus, so 11.
Right. You will get through it, but you will get a little scorched on the way through.
Okay.
And you will
Take
take
it.
5 fire damage.
Scorched!
As you go through, there's flashbacks to the dungeon and the carpet as you dive through it and roll. And you luckily you get back here and you see the belongings. So nothing is like right near the back because you all wouldn't. It's near the front, but you all view the jug of alcohol, pea shooter, and the bullets all back here currently. As the fire is slowly encroaching, it's still in the back, but eventually it'll start going forward.
That's my turn to get back there. I mean, if I can pick up pea shooter, I will.
Yeah, you can pick up pea shooter. You can pick up pea shooter. Just like you can have it, you can put your hands on it and get ready.
Yeah.
All right. With that, blue guy is dead, so that's turn's gone. It's just straight up to Wimp now and Oscar.
Yeah, so
Not many left. Just 2.
there we go. So essentially, Wimp is just gonna look past him and see the echo manifest, and both of them are going to swing.
Okay, go for it.
Holy shit.
Both of them would hit. However, for one of those attacks, as your halberd comes down, that 15, you see him bring up his scimitar and use his parry ability to give himself a bonus to AC and ding, catches it. However, he's not fast enough to catch the one in the back. So one of them will hit.
Just as that comes down, I'm going to action surge, and they're both going to swing again.
Go for it. So that's 7 damage on top of that.
Yeah.
He can't. He's already used his thing.
Yeah.
Both of them will hit.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
So it ends up as
Holy
27.
fuck.
Try not to kill him, Mr. Whipper.
Oh, he wants to fucking kill. He is he's in. Honestly, it's pain at this point. He's just driving by pain.
Yeah.
As you go for these attacks, he parries the one, and you see him get a grit of a smile. But then the flurry that comes down on him is too much for him to handle. He's like, he's trying to block it. There's a few chings, but it goes right through, and he's not strong enough. He's still up though. He's just being slashed.
Oh yeah.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it. That's my turn.
All right. He's getting beaten down currently. Oscar and then Dylan.
Oscar will turn to Dylan, and there's tears streaming down his face. He's like, Miss Dylan, the wagon or the man, help me! I don't know what to do. I can put the fire out, or I can help Mr. Whimper.
Dylan looks crushed. Absolutely destroyed seeing the wagon on fire. So she's gonna be like pushing you, like, wagon, of course. I can get the guy.
Alright, so Oscar will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll cast shape water at 30 feet. Can I like? How does this work? So hang on, I'll put it in VTT. So basically, because there's puddles, right? But there's also rain. So what I'm
sure.
imagining is he can just like
Yeah.
So
loads of water
smart.
onto it.
You just start
Yeah.
maneuvering it. A lot of the rain around you begins to freeze in the air. With the puddles, you swoop it, take the rain that's frozen, and just gush it onto the wagon. And with that, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, just to see what will happen here. Or sorry, make me a Wisdom check, a spellcasting ability check, basically, to see how much more it'll go and do. By the way,
9.
9.
It was almost natural 20.
No, it works. It puts out the water. This was
Oh.
to see if things further in the wagon would get already coated for safety, but you put it out. That's good.
Cool. Okay,
Immediately.
and then sorry, go.
That was it. The fire gets put out. Everything is safe.
Good. And then he'll go invisible as a bonus action.
Okay. I like it. Now, basically, the tarp will actually get a little too heavy, Silny, and some of it will just pour down. You get a shower, Silny, on the inside, but
Nice.
the smoke and vapor goes up, and you go invisible. Nice. And because the tarp is down, everything inside will become soaked as well, for better or for worse.
Oh, fuck.
For better or for
Bitches.
worse. Some things it might be better. They can't burn as well. All right, you're invisible. All right. And with that, Dylan.
Well, here's a question: how far is Stockman's wagon off the ground?
Stockman's wagon off
Would
the
you
ground?
say? Yeah.
You were able to walk under it earlier.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna walk straight under it, and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna come out the other side.
Hey, you small.
And I'm gonna do a sacred flame at the guy.
At Jared, at the
Red
red
one.
guy.
Yeah.
Fail this
What
time.
about the Jareds?
6
Jared.
damage.
6 damage onto Jared. Bring this down. This guy is getting it big time now.
And
Okay.
that's it for me.
Nice. Missy's turn. Missy's gonna drop.
Oh, can I add one more
Kavorin.
thing?
Yep.
I just remembered that was a cantrip. I want to do Sanctuary on Wimp.
All right, Wimp, you have Sanctuary. Missy will come up with her with her axe, and miss, unfortunately, with a 2 on the die. Finally, after just being sliced down, this guy finally manages to grab his scimitar with his dagger in his hand and just hold it back. This axe, ching, shining style, comes down, but he's able to block it. His knees almost buckle holding it. His left foot kind of digs back, scraping in the mud, almost knocking him down as she's just pushing onto the axe, trying to get him down. All right. With that, it is the PPP wagon who... Oscar, go ahead and give me a dex saving throw real quick. Because it was set on fire and this was happening in seconds, it was still on its move, basically.
11.
11. DC was 10 because it's not heading that direction. You're fine. You're able to step out of the way as it will nudge. Will it nudge? Yes, it will nudge. No, natural 20. It'll be fine. It maneuvers out of here. Brimip moves up, gets his cow feet hurt as the wagon is heading here. Dylan, I need you to make me a dex saving.
It ain't gonna work.
I was like, who's
I'm
under the
gonna
wagon
get-
right now? It's Dylan.
I'm gonna get destroyed. It's a 12.
A 12? DC was a little higher because you were in direct path,
Yep.
unfortunately. With that, you will take 9 bludgeoning damage. Luckily, you're small enough to just get hurled under it and not, only one wheel will get you as it just rolls over you and knocks you
One.
prone. Yeah. And it will continue this way. So you're in the back of it, just holding on as things are moving. The jug slides. All right. And you're on the ground. Yep. All right. That is the PPP wagon's turn. Orange is going to go for a hit on Stockman. There's the clanging of swords up onto the top up here. He's Kavorin and Kelsian. And with this, Kavorin actually starts waking up. He won't be able to do much. He's just woken up. He's prone. Currently grabbing into the mud, trying to situate himself upwards. As Kelsey's still in the wagon. All right, and with that, Cass's wagon is off the map. They're out of here. Cass is gone. Either he's trying to get away, or he simply can't control it. He's gone.
What a jerk!
Yeah, he's a merchant.
Yeah.
Let me give him an animal handling check to see what he can do. That's a natural one.
Yes.
It was a disadvantage, so it was a natural 20 and a natural 1. Down into the darkness, you just hear as things break and splinter down in the darkness as seemingly he has crashed.
Oh.
All right.
Fuck.
Up on the mountain, if anyone can see here, there is a yelp from this dwarven man. And then the body falls. As Stockman has stabbed him and kicked him off.
Barta,
Stockman,
dude.
say less.
Let's go.
So proud.
He will 5 to 15, get up to here. As he's trying to safely make his way down. He does not have a crossbow or anything. With that, it is Jared's turn.
Stockman.
Stockman's going to use the disengage action to hit the deck underneath your all's weaponry. We'll get to here. As he's backing up, he turns, holding himself. I just need the coin. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't. That's all he says. Silny.
Disadvantage. I am going to level key shooter.
Haha.
You're not
And I'm
proficient
gonna try
in
and
it
shoot him.
either. Yeah.
Nope.
So it's just a dex check.
Just a +3.
I just realized how many people were in.
It's 10.
What'd you get on the die?
7.
7? Okay. Doesn't
Oh,
discard.
wait. It's disadvantage.
Right.
Natural 20 was the other one. Fuck.
Bro.
You have it out. There's a crack that sounds similar to the thunder, but not quite. And you all are like, "Oh god, that's pea shooter." As it heads out, spikes the mud, and mud just splatters up. You see that this guy has a dagger as he's walking backwards, aimed towards Kavorin, by the way. As he's walking backwards. Is that you done, Sylvie? Anything else?
I'm going to, after biffing on that, go up to the front of here and start taking the reins for the next turn.
Gotcha.
Unless I may take a check for a bonus action to animal handle.
Probably for this, because they're so spooked, it's gonna take a whole thing to because they're so spooked and it's not just maneuvering it on the battlefield, it's gonna take a whole thing.
That's what I figured. That's cool.
Yeah, they're so spooked at the moment. All right, Wimp with Oscar on deck, and then Dylan.
Wimp's Echo is gonna there. I don't know if that triggers a held action.
What's his AC? Not a held action, but something. What's his AC?
11.
11. He only has 1 hit point, right?
Yes.
Vanishes from 1 slice. That's his reaction.
Okay. Wimp is going to move. Sorry, every time I fucking talk, it makes my thing backwards. He is gonna now move towards Kavorin.
Okay.
And yeah, wait, I can dash.
You can get to him. You can get to Kavorin.
Yeah, he's going to
Oh, you're getting there.
move exactly where the fucking echo was. But wait.
Right.
Yeah, But he's
You can-
gonna ready.
You can only move 15. Sorry, you can only move 20 feet. Unless you dash. of
Yeah, I
course.
dash. Sorry.
Oh, you are
yeah,
dashing.
sorry.
Okay, I didn't know if
Yeah.
you were deciding or not. Sorry.
No. That was my bad.
Just
yeah,
calculate.
I'm dashing, but yeah, he is. He doesn't look like he's about to swing, but he's clearly going to swing if the dude moves away from him. I'm guessing he's gonna disengage, but he doesn't look like he is aggressive, but will it's like you're gonna stay right there, else.
Right. All right. Oscar with Dylan on deck. This guy's dead.
Just before he regains visibility, you hear this booming, shockingly angry yell from Oscar. And he'll yell, "She did not gift it to you!" And he'll cast Entangle on the guy.
Nice.
So it's a strength check of 15.
15. It's 20 foot square, right?
Yeah, so he won't entangle Wimp, obviously. He'll do it so that the guy's in the corner.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
That's a strength. That's a DC. What's his strength?
Strength of 15.
He succeeds with a 19.
Nice. But
He's able to difficult terrain.
That's nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Snaps it
And then
down.
Oscar comes visible as he's walking out. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Does the guy say anything?
At the moment, he's just struggling, but now that he'll see you, he will say, "The coin, man, not yours. We'll just keep coming. You know he won't stop. Kill us, more will come." He's like bleeding heavily now. Anything else? Was that the whole turn?
That your turn.
Did he go AFK?
Did he die?
So, but at the same time, I think
I mean, if there was something he needed to add, we'll go back. Dylan, what you got?
I'm just gonna run up to right here, and I'm gonna cast blindness on him.
What's that save? It's not good. Was there anything else you needed to do, Oscar? On yours?
On.
I hate that Entangle didn't work.
Was that a con save, Dylan?
Yeah. Also,
7.
I just saw a cat walk by through your window.
the excitement.
Who's out there?
I don't know which one it was.
No, that's it. But he's furious.
Okay, gotcha. So he's blind. Anything else you want to do, Dylan? Okay. Yeah, immediately streak of magic over his eyes. He's flailing at the moment. All right. With that, it is Missy. Are we killing this guy? She has her axe.
No, I must speak with him.
She just holds the axe. And we'll start backing up towards the group.
I'd tie him up at least.
She's gonna make her way back. Actually, she'll get 5. Then... Nope, she's just gonna go. She says, "Watch Kavorn," and she'll head back to the wagon to check on everybody else. All right, the PPP wagon's gonna.
Dylan, what did you do to him?
I made him blind. And then talking wise, I just suggested that we tie him up.
Perfect.
So you get to here. So it's veering onwards. Actually, I've been doing a roll for it. It'll get to there. All right. With that, Orange is dead. Kavorn, he's half his movement to stand up. We'll get here. Just put the hand on your shoulder, Wimp, and starts backing up, holding his head. All right. Obs is gonna run as far as he can go. He's gonna get back here. Excuse me, Miss Missy, as he comes back here. And with that is Stockman. you can get to here. You see Stockman appear back here, blood like splattered onto his face, and like he has a white shirt at the moment. So he's not wearing his normal. He's wearing like a nightshirt at the moment. All right, he's holding scimitar, and at that moment, it is Jared's turn, who is blind, and with blinded, they have disadvantage. Yep. He knows you're here, so he's going to try to swing on you. With a natural 1. Just swipe. He has one more attack. That's disadvantage. What's your AC right now? 11? He'll get one attack. The others miss. Yeah, I looked.
Mhm.
All right. It'll only be the dagger attack on you, and because that's the only one that hit, you will take 4 piercing damage. He's flailing with his scimitar, missing currently as you are able to deflect it with the halberd, and then the dagger comes in and hits you on the shoulder, just slices you, and that's it. He can't see.
Hold
All
on.
right.
How much damage?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4. He just got you with a little dagger swipe.
Yeah.
Everything else missed.
That small little 4, literally, Wimp almost falls over. He like
How much
has
health do you have?
to stabilize. He's at 2 right now.
Oh, fuck.
And that is his action. He has no reaction, so Sylney. Wimp on deck.
I would like
As
to
as
attempt
that
to stop
happens,
the wagon.
Oscar will go, Mr. Whimper, get yourself away from there.
He acknowledges with a nod. Is it
You
my
going,
turn?
Sylney? It's Sylney's turn.
Oh, thank
Yep.
God.
Okay.
I was like, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
I would like to attempt to stop the wagon.
Okay. Make an animal handling check. Well, yeah, do you have... Are you proficient in animal handling? You're not proficient in land vehicles, though.
No, I am not.
Okay, so it'll just be a regular animal handling check for you. Whatever you have in it, that's fine. You don't get to add the other...
Yeah, and then I don't have the...
Gotcha. Just make a regular animal handling check, then.
7.
7? It'll begin to come to a stop. But you can tell it's probably going to keep going with you in it unless you hop out.
No, I'm gonna try and... Am I? They would eventually...
Yeah, you know, with that tug, they're signaled to stop, but they're probably going to get some run and then stop down the road.
Okay, then yeah, I'm going to... run out here. What do I have?
And Wimp, Oscar, and Dylan, you're on deck.
I think the short bow would be the easiest thing to pull out currently. I'll grab the bow and the quiver and take a roll outside. So that's 5, 15 to get to that.
Okay. Let me an acrobatics check just for fun.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you get out of here without going prone.
16.
Easy enough. You just hop on out.
Okay, and then I got 20, 25, 30, 35, dash, 10, nope, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I still have the 10 from the caltrops.
Yeah.
And then everybody's just like chilling with this dude from what I can see.
From what you can see, I don't think anybody's firing yet.
Very deliberately not firing Sylney.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I'll be there, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Wimp.
wait, no, I used my action to stop that, so I'm going to be back here.
Gotcha. Wimp.
Yeah, Wimp at this. I didn't even disengage action, so he's going to take a disengage action.
Yep.
And fuck his ass.
Okay.
And begin stumble his ass toward the wagon. Go over to see if Fuse did okay.
Checked in. No, I don't know.
It was when I checked on her.
Checked on her since the wagon collapsed.
Oh.
He did. And looked like he is beginning to head that way.
Yep. Oscar. Then Dylan.
Oscar's going to take 2 steps forward, but stay 10 feet away from him and cast Charm Person.
Okay. It's a wisdom save.
It is a wisdom save of 15.
Immediately begin to see the grass around him, an aura begin to come over as he is charmed. He has advantage on it because you're attacking him, correct?
Yeah.
Still a fail. He is charmed.
I can see that he's charmed.
Yep, you will know.
He'll look at Dylan and say, Miss Dylan, I believe your suggestion of ropes was very good. And then he'll walk towards and crouch down in front of him. And
You begin to see him stop. He stops failing. His dagger and scimitar just at his side now as he's catching his breath.
so he'll conversationally, as he crouches down, he'll start, let me take these for you. And he'll start to remove his weapons and just place them behind him so that he's unarming the guy as he's talking.
I'm real hurt.
Say, we can help you with your hurts. And I understand that this... Is he still blind?
Mhm.
How long does that last?
1 minute.
Then yeah, he's blind. I can't see.
Let's see. It's okay. We can help you with that as well. I understand that the Coin of Blossoms is something that many people might covet if they know of it. But she didn't gift it to you. She gifted it to me.
Carlisle
So-
and Nazis. That's all I said. My friends are dying. I didn't mean for them
Yes.
to die in this.
Unfortunately, you took actions which led to them dying. And unfortunately for me, my actions have caused my friends to be hurt as well.
Just wanted
So-
money, friend. We thought we were getting hired for a simple job.
I understand that. It's unfortunate circumstances, but sometimes our choices lead us down the wrong path, do they not?
Just kind of sniffs, gives us a nod. Yeah,
Now, Carlisle gave the coin back to me, and I understand that he still very much wants it, and he sent you. You mentioned that you'll keep coming. How many can we expect to be entertaining?
make a persuasion check with advantage. Because charming isn't a win-all like truth serum, but you have
Mhm.
advantage. You're very persuasive, essentially.
By -2.
You could be. You don't know.
13.
It's not bad.
He's just got money. He'll hire as many people as possible, and he'll lie to them too and tell them it's a simple job every goddamn time.
Well, what I can say is that we will help you feel better. I'll help you see. We'll help what friends of yours we can. But sooner or later, you're not going to feel as friendly to me. And so you need to make a decision as to whether you're going to decide to attack my friends again. In which case, we'll have to deal with you, unfortunately. Or you can cut your losses and save your skin.
I wouldn't attack you guys. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what we were thinking.
Oscar knows
Me-
this is very
I-
much the charm person talking, not the cocky.
He regards you all as friends for an hour. Yeah.
May-
allies.
Are we in initiative still, or
Not at the moment. This is a break.
At this point, Oscar is somewhat out of his depth with persuasion and stuff, and he's still very, very upset. And so he would automatically be looking for Silney to help him.
I'm going to make my way over here and find like barding or rope or anything
Easy
on
enough on Cavorn's
Kelsey's wagon.
Yeah.
Wimp gets 11 points of healing as he walks by.
My heart. The moment he like feels it, he stops. He reaches over and he pats your head, and then he goes off, looking much better.
I'm gonna walk up to them, holding the ropes and everything. It's going to be in your best interest if we are to restrain you.
If
It
you'd
is going
oblige
to
my
place.
friend, would just like to make sure that nobody else gets hurt. I'm sure you understand.
It's going to
Either
place
both of you
trust
can
in
make
everyone.
persuasion checks, or one of you with advantage.
Silney with advantage.
Yeah. Roll better. 17.
17. If it means that my friends won't die anymore, the ones that are left.
Still have a friend around, don't worry.
He drops his weapons and will allow you to
I'm
restrain.
going to leave you with my friend Silney here. We'll put your weapons somewhere safe. I'm going to go and see to your friends. And he'll go first to the orange guy, who I don't think is dead, and then the purple line.
You go to the orange guy, right through the chest. Stockman's blade has pierced him. He's dead.
It's just purple.
Okay, just purple. So he'll cast whatever healing he's got. Healing word. She's still unconscious though, right? Like she's
A rapier in her shoulder.
Yeah. So he'll cast healing word and assemble the bodies, and actually from a wagon get a shovel, and he'll start digging graves.
When you cast healing word on her, she immediately begins to scramble for a weapon as she awakens.
I thought you said that she's
unconscious, but when you get hit points back, just like you all
come
wake up.
Points back.
Can I like stabilize her then? Is that an
you
option?
can either make
instead of-
a medicine check or a spare the dying cantrip, which will stabilize.
I don't have spare the dying.
I could do
You
it.
though, right, Dylan? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
if
go
we're
over
out
together-
of initiative, yeah.
Yeah, if you go over
Yeah.
together, you put a hand on her and stabilize her. She won't awaken, but she's no longer dying. Yeah, that's why that cantrip's handy.
So Oscar's really embarrassed, and he's still really upset, and there's tears rolling down his cheeks because he feels like he's brought this down, and so he just digs 3 graves here, and he pulls the orange guy, the blue guy, and the
with Mulder
green
easy
guy
enough.
over, and he won't let anyone help him.
Yeah. It'll take
Um,
15 minutes probably to do.
I
It's
would
molding earth and
suggest
stuff.
Yeah.
that I would
Probably
suggest
probably
that
10 minutes.
Sylvie ties up the purple one before
Yeah,
they wake up.
I am going to, as the graves are being dug here, I'm going to prop up the dude and purple over here. Both of them I'm going to tie.
Make a sleight of hand check for each of them. Make one for
Yeah.
Red first, and then make one for him. After a minute, he is no longer blind.
Really quick.
Go ahead.
Is just gonna...
You head in there, and you hear her picking up things. But as you kind of give a knock, she says, "Is it over?"
Say, as of right now, yeah. Just check on you.
Open the door slowly.
Open it.
You see her there, hiding behind Bailey little counter space, holding her hand crossbow.
He'd like lean down so she could see there's no one behind him or anything.
I'll stay in here if you don't mind.
Or
Make
is
sure
it-
everyone else is safe. If you need to bring anyone in here, bring them in.
I might bring Goblin. Let's see. Keep locked up.
Cascade!
I'm gonna
Anybody?
start.
Driving down the road, as far as you know. Do you go down there? Do you walk down the road?
No, if Silney looks like she's leaving,
I'm
Oscar
not.
will-
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just yelling out to the group, reminding them that Cascade exists.
Yeah.
I was just gonna start mending Fuchsia's wagon
You have
with
a
the
mending
mending cantrip. Yeah.
Gotcha. You start whoosh, as the wood begins to
Wimp's
crack
gonna
back into place.
Sit his ass down and lean on it as she is mending it. Like, I need to take a breather.
You feel it bump under you as the boards get back in place. Yeah.
Like a massage.
Good. Nice.
Yeah. And that's on
Red has a natural 20, and then purple has 22.
Okay. Purple 22. Gotcha. As you do so at the moment, he's like, as you're tying him up, he's, who's gone? Who's alive?
Your friend over here. I don't know her name. She's half elf. We're gonna be bringing her to you.
Graphene. Just the only one.
She's the only one.
If you all knew you stood a great chance against this, why did you have to spill so much blood?
We didn't know.
We were here to maim and to injure, not to kill.
Well, that's a choice you made.
You're no better than Carlisle. Worse, you actually murder.
So do you.
We haven't killed anybody. He looks over to Kavorn's wagon. And you remember that they just knocked him out.
Not for lack of trying, though.
What do you all do for the foreseeable time? He has an hour on this.
I am going to collect Missy, and I am going to collect Stockman.
Okay. Stockman, immediately when you approach him, he says, I'm gonna take a look around. He just stares forward. Blood is still on his face. I'm just gonna walk the perimeter.
Are you okay?
He doesn't answer. He walks past you and into the woods, seeming upset.
Yeah.
Just blank stare, almost.
So then I'm gonna head over to Missy.
Yeah, Missy's currently wrapping and getting the arrows out of her and wrapping her wounds.
We can help with those if you need it. I'm going to need your assistance. I'm gonna need you to be a hard ass.
Starts picking herself up on the wagon. What do you need? What do these pricks want?
They want something that we have. And I want them to know that they made a mistake trying to come get it.
All right, what's in your mind?
I want them to kill one of each other,
She looks
whichever
up at you.
one it's gonna be.
She looks up at you almost with eyes straight for a moment, and then they flicker with horror just for a moment, and then look back. Haven't they suffered enough? Let them go, tie them up, let them get here. Call the constables, they'll come get them.
Whoever's left is gonna return to Carlisle with a message.
Can they both not return?
They're not gonna be scared enough to return with the two of them.
Starts using the wagon to sit herself back down. That ain't my game. Sits down. I'm here to protect the wagon. I'm not here to do any of that stuff.
God damn, we are
Sits
seeing
down.
a lot of Silny's fucking background. Holy shit.
She sits down.
There's a wrong way here.
And I don't need any help with these. She continues tying them.
I don't expect any judgment, though. I'm doing this for everybody.
Tying her wounds.
Gonna head back over.
You'll head back over where, Oscar, you finished digging the graves.
Would just Stockman to come the fuck, like, not at the middle of the road. He'd be like, come the fuck over here.
Well, he's like in the woods, out of sight now.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not
okay, sorry. I
certain.
didn't know
He's searching. The map's kind of not
Oh, no worries.
in play anymore.
Okay.
He's like he said just blankly. He's gonna go just watch the perimeter and just look for any more. He's like in the woods looking.
he would go. Wimp would go check on Gragum.
Everyone's fine. Everyone's scared.
Cool.
For the sake of brevity, everyone's like holding down. Everyone's fine. Kelsey has already started wrapping up Gragum's wound. It wasn't too bad. It didn't go too deep. He
Okay.
thanks you though.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit and rest then.
Okay.
I'm going to mend Fuchsia's wagon as much as I can. How much damage can I get off of it?
Probably to make it stable enough. Like when you get to Brexton, you could fix it up some or have Kavorn
Yeah.
fix it up. But right now, it'll be completely right over. It didn't
Okay.
take too much.
And then I'm gonna go get the wagon and bring it back. And get it situated. And then I guess I'm gonna go see how much damage that Cascade has taken.
You head down the way a little,
Yes.
and you find the front wheel is just completely shattered off, and the back right kind of axle is kind of snapped. It's cracked at least, and he's there, but he's inside. He pulled it back the curtain. He's like all fumbled around in here, like he's like he had been unconscious at the moment. And he wakes up. What happened? You look around.
Oh, there
there's
was
too
a
many smashed
giant
bottles of tea.
ambush, and you guys were headed straight for it, but you steered away from it. You did amazing.
I did.
You did.
Really?
Yeah. Let's try to fix stuff up in here, bud.
I'm a goddamn rodeo hero. Okay.
You are. I'll tell everybody.
Starts picking
And
shit
then
up,
I'm gonna start picking up
holding
his
his
stuff
head.
with him.
Okay. Oscar Silney, back here.
I'm going to help bring the bodies to the graves.
He's already done it. He won't let anyone else touch them. He's laid them in the graves, and he'll look at the two of them and say, "Do you want to say any words for your friends?"
Words won't matter. I knew.
Very well. And he'll mold earth and fill the holes, and then druid craft and flowers will just. And it's a strong druid craft because he's so sad. It's like agony, and they'll just blossom with flowers all over the place. And then he'll walk to Silney and put his hand on her shoulder and say, "I know that this is something that I am not equipped to deal with, but try to take some darkness out of it. I want you to be sensible, but I can't forgive myself for what I brought down on everyone." And then he'll just trudge away and probably sit here.
The rain just pouring down completely.
I'll go over to Jared.
Mm-hmm.
Go over their names. Your friends.
He looks at the person beside of him. Graphene. The dwarf. Was you, Mill? The other woman was Gent. And the other guy was Hashad.
Shud.
They were good people. We just needed money. They had families.
Did you get that money?
No.
Money was for the return of the coin, correct?
Correct. He sits here against the wall tied up.
I hope you know that you're not getting that coin today.
I know. It's not on my mind anymore.
What's your plans? Now.
Go back to my family. Get Graphene back to hers. Larnasi can piss off.
Yeah, I can. I'm going to. Is Griffin like conscious at this point?
Not at the moment, no. She's still out. Tied up, but out. Stable.
Mm, I don't have anything near me, do I? I don't.
We'll
I'm gonna
wrap up
place a
here in few
dagger
minutes.
in
Mhm.
front of both of them. You're gonna have to make a decision today, both of you. One of you gets to go. One of you gets to receive a message or send a message.
I won't hurt Griffin.
Is Griffin gonna say the same thing?
I don't know, but I won't hurt Griffin.
Both of you will die then.
We'll be buried with the rest of them.
You would? Is that the path you want to choose?
We
Or do you
won't
want to
come
return
back.
to your family?
We won't come back anymore. Just let us both go.
I
We've sent
know
your message.
you two won't. But Carlisle's going to send more people, as you've said.
He'll do that no matter what. He's obsessed with this thing.
It's important. It's not his.
He gets the dreams.
He gets dreams.
Green Goddess.
She talks to him. Do you know about what?
West. He's proclaimed it so many fucking times.
Say that
Tend
again.
her fucking garden. He says that Carlisle gets dreams from the Green Goddess, sending him on one mission to tend her garden.
Did Oscar say that to him?
It's up to you
Is
all.
that a line that was said to him? No.
No, Carlisle said it to him
Carlisle
first,
said it
and
to
he
him.
was very taken aback that Carlisle knew that terminology. Oh no, the person that sold Carlisle the coin in exchange for the ring said, "You'll be able to tend the garden." So Carlisle heard it from him, but obviously we didn't know about the dreams. That's fucking
Yeah.
whack, Ethan.
I was just about to say, Wimp would look up at Dylan and just be like, "You want to be talked to Silney like that?" And he would just point. He's like, "God," he's like, "If she ever fucking like yelled at me about a stew going wrong, I'd fucking like clamp her up." He's having no idea what is being said.
While this conversation's happening, if just have a few more minutes to wrap this up, Stockman will come out of the woods near Fusted's wagon. We'll look around, holding the scimitar, and we'll notice an almost double take to see Wimp and Dylan, you're out here. He comes over. What was this about? Blood still streaked over his shirt and his face, straight-faced. What was this about? This is while they're having
Almost
the
looked
conversation.
defensive. Would be like, "This is over something that was stolen that somebody wants to steal back." It's what happened there.
You all are stealing things?
He would now stand the fuck up, and he was like, "Stockman," he's like, "You need to stop." He's like, "You know that is not us."
But you brought two strangers here. This is my caravan. This is my overseeing. And people have come, targeting you all. People could have died.
Then it's on my shoulders. You're correct. We brought them
What did they want from them?
a coin that Carlisle Renassi, I fucking remember his name.
Renassi.
Yeah, stole.
Florian, Kelsey, and Graham could have died.
We all
Many
could've.
more.
And you don't think we did our best at this?
If you knew about this, why did we bring them onto this?
He'd motion, he'd be like, we didn't know about it.
It was
He said,
taken care of at the wedding.
He'd say, you think that we would put anyone in danger?
You knew about it at the wedding.
And that was the end of it.
Doesn't look solved.
I apologize that people are greedy.
Sorry that you took a job with a greedy fucking employer and we get the payback from it.
He starts to turn. And he takes a step forward. He has like the scimitar. He's not like aiming at you, but he's like talking with his hands, but it just happens to be in his hand almost. Like he doesn't even realize it. These people matter. Their safety matters.
I'm gonna leave. I turn around and walk away.
I was about to say, he would totally understand it. And he would say, out of everyone, do you not understand that we know that?
I shouldn't have brought strangers on these two.
On hearing this, Oscar will walk up and put his hand on Stockman's shoulder and say,
Immediate brush off.
Mr. Stockman.
This is your fault.
It is. And I can never pay back or expect forgiveness for what has come down on us. We didn't ask for it. But I can assure you that I will be leaving the caravan to assure your safety at the first given opportunity. I'm sorry that this had to happen, but it was through no cause of myself or my friends. It's evil people. We couldn't have foreseen it, but that doesn't make it right. So
We all to Brexton, and then we'll break off.
I'm happy to travel alone thereafter what I have.
Wimp would not
Mr.
say
Stock-
anything. Oh, sorry, go on.
Mr. Stockman and his caravan shouldn't be put under any more risk.
We'll
Would
get you to
not say
Brexton.
anything, but he would be disagreeing with fucking Oscar.
We'll get you to Brexton. And we're cut off. Get your shit together. Get ready to go. We're not staying here tonight. Get those people tied up and left here. He starts walking over to the wagon of people.
I'm
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk over there angrily after I walk away, and I'm gonna start casting prayer of healing, and then as soon as he starts coming towards, I'm gonna slam the door.
Okay.
I'm healing these people and I ain't letting him in.
Okay. You slam the door. You all will see him just stop. Missy will say, I don't know. He'll just look at her and just give a nod. And he'll start going around to do work on the other wagons. Meanwhile,
I was seeing that Oscar will go towards Silney, but as he walks past Stockman, he'll put his hand on his shoulder again and heal him. But not even engage with him, he'll just keep walking.
Okay. To get in a little bit of more of that scene with Silney and whatnot, like right while this is happening, while you're all talking, this is like you're about to reach Silney. Unless you want to say a few more things on the way. Silney. To these people. Right before Oscar shows up.
I'm going to take the dagger that's at the feet of Jared, and I'm going to give his leg a little slice to stop the charm.
Okay. Immediately with damage. Struggles. You know, you're both going to kill both of us.
They want that.
Of course you don't want that. Just get this fucking over with, whatever you're going to do. I don't have a goddamn day.
Now that you're rid of mind and everything. How are you feeling?
Like shit.
Where's your home?
Doesn't matter to you.
It can matter a little bit.
Doesn't matter.
All right. That's all I say, and then have Oscar walk up.
You're around the corner now. And
Can you help our friend here, Graphene? I'm gonna.
Neither
Mr.
of these
Becerra?
people are dying, Silney. We're not as bad as him.
Can you help our friend Graphene?
You're saying that to Oscar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. And he'll reach down and That's his last spell slot, I think. Yeah.
You heal her. Her eyes flicker open. Jared, where are we? What's happening? Jared, where's the others?
Silney, we need to leave. They can stay here. They're tied up. Carlisle will hear. We're not him. We're not doing this. He won't even address the two of them. And
You
he'll
hear Jared say, "You all are fucking worse."
and he'll ignore him and continue to guide Silney away.
Silney is going to go up to the two and start cutting the restraints.
Most
And
of
I'm
their
going to throw the dagger down at Jared's feet.
You see Crafine immediately stands up, but he kind of lingers for a second, taking his time. He's ding into the dirt.
Make your way home.
Stairs.
However far that may be now.
Picks himself up. Come on, Crafine. Jeez, what about the others? He's sitting right next to the others. She looks kind of scared, realizing there's graves next to them. Come on. He puts an arm around her, and they begin to walk if you all allow them.
Mm-hmm.
And walk. And walk. And walk.
Did you think I was going to kill them, Miss Bracera?
He was me, but he said yes. I saw that.
I did not.
I was muted.
Yeah, you were.
When you said yes,
It didn't go
your
through at
light
least.
just didn't light up.
Yeah.
All right.
I was watching.
Yes. I worried that you were.
I'm not as cold-hearted as you think.
I know. But in the heat of the moment, we can make poor decisions. And he'll look at one of the graves in particular and say, there lies one of my poor decisions. I'll never be able to pay it back.
I have a poor decision there, too. But I made that decision on the factor that our friends were in danger.
As did I. But we still have to live with it.
I can live with it.
I don't know if I can. And he'll just guide her away.
Go up to Dylan and be totally nonchalant about the two dead people. Not that he doesn't matter, he's just, compartmentalizing. But he'd go up to Dylan and he'd be like, what the fuck is with Trophy? Because he's about to fucking end up in one. It'd be so aggro.
Yo!
Yeah, Dylan is slamming everything she touches. So much anger in every single movement. And she's just gonna be like, she's gonna turn and be like, if he doesn't fucking apologize by the time we get to Brexon, I'm gonna give Kelsey and Kavorin 200 gold to get the fuck out of here and go off on their own and get her to college so that they are no longer with that asshole.
He would offer a high five. He's like, I'll give him 200 too. They'll get the fuck out of here.
High five.
Each other.
Send her to college. They don't have to deal with this shit.
Sisters.
I love that it's two totally different groups of like the death and fucking whimper. Like fuck that dude. I hate him. God damn it.
During this, you did see Missy has gotten up to go talk to him over at Kavorin's wagon, essentially. And they're
Someone's
talking.
better. Literally, Wim would see that and be like, better be after that. He better be better. Post that clarity and
Oh,
shit.
he better be better.
You do see that she is talking to him kind of sternly over there at the moment. Like
Missy is.
at
I
Kavorin's wagon, Missy is talking to Stockman. He
I'm
was over there
glaring
working on stuff,
daggers.
and she noticed your all's body language while sitting over there, and has gotten up and went over there, and it's like you see a finger point a few times. You can't tell. She's not too stern. It's just there's a conversation going on, stern from both sides. After
Oscar with Silney in tow will go over to I don't know their names as well. Who's the orc?
Kelsey
the
and
father.
Kavorin.
Kavorin.
Kelsey
Kelsey and Kavorum. He'll go over to Kavorum, but he'll address all of them because they're all around that wagon, right?
Yeah, they're all inside.
And he'll say, I can't apologize enough for bringing that down upon you all, and I can't repair the damage done. And he'll hand 100 gold to Kavorum, so I hope that this covers some of the repairs to the wagon. And then he'll trudge away.
While doing that, you saw Kelsey was just still helping Gragum with his wounds, but she doesn't look up. Gragum looks like he's about to say something, but just doesn't. And Kavorum just looks at you, just nods, still shaken up, scared for his daughter. He takes the gold and just sets it beside of him as you walk away from it.
Gragum, Kavorum, Kelsey, and the Goblin and Misty all got...
Misty would have walked away from that.
Okay. Well, everybody else got 13 points of healing.
She would have walked to go talk to Stockman.
Yeah.
Gotcha. There's a moment where you all are gathering yourselves, getting things back in order. And Mitzi will come over to the group. We're going to stay the night here. We got to fix some wagons in the morning. We're going to keep lookout. We're going to trade shifts. If that's fine with all of you. That's what Missy says. Yeah, Wimp? Were you going to say something?
He would...
Stockman's not here. He's still working on
He would be
wagons.
overly defensive. And he would say, what shifts are we taking?
We'll take 3. Someone with me. Someone in the middle. Someone in the morning.
Oscar won't slate, and he'll do wide loops of the whole thing for the whole night, and he'll be trying to commune with Eldith and asking why for the whole of the night, and probably get a point of exhaustion or something.
You would, but it doesn't really matter because we're on skipping through the trip, so you do, but it won't affect anything. You do get a point. The next day you will be exhausted.
Yeah, so he would pencil himself in. I think he'll be a lot like Oscar the first night of Wimp's not gonna sleep.
Right, it's harder because some wagons were ruined a little bit, and you have to mend throughout the time. And even with that, Kavorum will have to in the morning repair some wheels. So you all are stuck here for the night, but you all bear down or stay up, take watches. Stockman doesn't say a word. He all night as well makes a little campfire right here out in the road and waits. Missy will get up on top of the wagon and take shifts. She will sleep at some point, whether she does or not. So who knows? From what thunder and rain and lightning that was here already, it gets worse after this. All night, it is severe, loud. It's hard to sleep for all of you, for the fear, the adrenaline, as well as the storm and everything. And to finish that up, you all will get up in the morning, tension in the air. Stockman doesn't say a word. He gathers everyone. Wheels are fixed early in the morning. Rain's still happening. Although it's more of a gloom rather than a storm in the morning. As you all get ready to leave, you look over and see that the flowers on the graves are wilted. You all will head out. Continue your journey. That's where we'll end this little session.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Sorry it went on for so longer, but we got really into it, and it just...
No, it's good.
Right.
Such good RP.
Wow.
The drama.